So hello everyone, and welcome to the new Invitationals. This is week 10, and this is gonna be the last one for the regular season. It is our final day, finally here in the new Invitationals, and we just had to fix up a lot of different things for the teams, but we are ready to go finally coming into the action. My name is Daks. Joined with me tonight is Mr. Fascinate himself. Well, we are gonna be getting into the action very soon. Mr. Fascinate, Memecord versus UwUwatch battle really for third place if I remember correctly, and this might have some big playoff implications coming into this one.
Yes, and it seems like these two teams are really looking forward to completing, maybe getting third place. It seems like because I've seen them scrim a few times for the past few days, and especially Memecord because these guys are, we kind of expected them to be on the top. So I think they're really aiming for that third place for this match. But Wu server. Wait, what? I
Ooh,
mixed
sir,
up two,
two
I
different
mixed
teams
up two
together,
teams.
mate. That's new.
Okay.
That's new.
Alright. Team Watch. They're not a team that you can just bully with. They're kind of stacked. If you know what I mean, like Inoa Risu, a really good ball player, along with Izumi, very flexible on his tank plays. Charlotte and like Charlotte and Kodina can really do well if they really do pop off. And speaking of supports like Two Happy Ball and Elixirine, both really excellent when they get their groove together. So I'm expecting really exciting matches between these two teams.
Yeah, hell yeah. I really feel like for UwUwatch and Memecore, this is gonna really be a big battle. As we said, a lot of playoff implications, also a lot of, well, gauging for one another. What kind of progress have we seen from UwUwatch? What kind of progress have we seen from Team Memecore? And, for UwUwatch, though, it seems like they have really blossomed. In the meantime, Memecore at least finding their footing. What do you think, Fascinate? Bigger
Right.
strides there for UwUwatch. Memecore, in the meantime, playing more into the level we were expecting. But what do you think? Who might have the edge coming into this one?
The Edge, I'm not pretty sure because I kind of see these teams as more or less equal, especially skill wise. So maybe it will come down to who has the better what do you call this? Like better overall team play, or who woke up on the right side of the bed, if you know what I mean. So yeah.
That's I wonder who that is. That's gonna be the real question there. And
Yeah,
well.
they need to be focused on this game. They cannot sleep. They just can't be lazy. They have to think. They have to be very vigilant on what to do next. And yeah, just don't fall asleep in game. Make sure you woke up on the right side of the bed. So yeah.
And be no insane in the Brem rate. I think that's what
Right,
we're
you
gonna be
need to be
going for.
insane in the membrane, insane in the
I
brain.
think we're just talking about a certain someone, but we are gonna be looking now
No, we're
to get in,
talking about the teams
bro.
all players. Yeah.
And well. It seems like we are gonna be getting started very soon. As here are our starting rosters coming at this one. For Team Meme Cord, we got Snarl, Somi, Waka Takashi, Sweet Fry 23, and Eman with Galavatus and Saito on the bench. In the meantime, on the other side is gonna be Norisu, Charlotte, Kadena, Inzumi Sagiri, Two Happy Ball, and Lixering with Jack and Invox on the bench. So first things first, already interesting. No Invox in the starting lineup there for Team UwUwatch.
Yeah, interesting to see. We've been seeing a lot less invox lately for Overwatch, as far as I remember. But maybe because they're more confident. Maybe also I think invox availability might also be an issue as to why he couldn't play. So that means more time for Kudina and Charlotte to pop off and take his place.
I completely agree. It might actually just be a bait and switch right there and show up out of nowhere and do as good as you can. But guys, this is the first day of the New Wave Invitationals. I am really hyped to actually get into this one. And all I can say though, it has been an amazing 10 weeks actually bringing you guys all these matches. Mr. Fascinate, I can't believe we're finally here at the end of the regular season. What do you feel just being all the way here?
Yeah, it's I mean, yeah, it is like it's been a long way since we started New Wave Invitationals, but damn, we're actually seeing the end of the tunnel. Well, not really the end of the tunnel because we have playoffs. Of course, that's going to be a thing. It's not fake news, guys. It's real. It is real. But
Uh,
yeah, other than that, we also have some special thing before we start with the playoffs. Isn't that right, Mr. Dak?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be talking about that later on once we are gonna be getting into this match. But something else we are gonna be looking into is gonna be that tank line battle. So Narbrawl and Somi versus Inorius and Charlotte, and I think this is gonna be a really good test for both of them. I feel like it's Ryan Zarya versus Winston and Ball. Narbrawl though with 6.914 average damage, with Somi at 5.743. More eliminations there for Somi, 21.71. Meantime though, Inorius as well as Charlotte high on the elimination side as well, 21 average for both of them. In the meantime, 6.609 average damage for Charlotte, 7.593 for Noriusu. More about getting that damage with the initiation from the Wrecking Ball. But what do you think? What really are going to be factors going into this tank line duel?
Yeah, since I don't think Memecord is the kind of team that would play dive comp or ball. I mean, they can play dive. Narborough can play Winston to some extent, and Somi can actually he played Diva before he was a Mercy main, as far as I remember. I think he's spamming Diva on ladder right now, if I remember correctly. So yeah, they do have that in their they do have that as an option, but I'm seeing them as a stronger team when they play a grounded composition such as a Reinhardt Zarya. So we're probably going to see a lot of grounded versus dive comp since UwUwatch with Inoa Risu being very proficient at ball. We're going to see. I think we're going to see a lot of those in team fights.
Yep. And hey, we are gonna be looking right now. This is basically a battle for third, fourth, and fifth. So we
Right.
haven't added things yet from the Overbex and the withdrawal into the last final weeks of the regular season. But effectively, right now, it's pretty much all tied up between UwUwatch, Memecord, as well as Cakes. For UwUwatch, though, they need to win this one to actually be into that third seed potential. There's a map differential because effectively right now, as you see though, on fourth and fifth place is Memecord at 3-2 and Cakes at 3-3. Once we add in the forfeit there from Overvex, as soon as we get full confirmation or that does propel Memecord to a 4-2 scoring and Cakes at a 4-3. So for UwUwatch, if they lose this one, they are gonna be secured either fifth or sixth seed. But if they win, they can really duel for that third slot, and we'll be looking into map differential right there. So it really goes to show this is a big battle here, Mr. Fascinate, because it's either you're gonna be in the top four or the bottom four after this
Mhm.
one.
Right, exactly. But yeah, I don't think we have already explained the playoffs form what do you call this format. But if people are curious, all teams will be included in the playoffs, right? So but it's important to get higher seated because that means you will be more or less avoiding the top four. For example, if you're in the top four, you won't face the other teams that are included in the top four. You'll be avoiding them in the first, at least in the first match. So that's going to be an advantage because you're going to be more comfortable in your first round, yeah, basically you're you're getting there. Um, you're having also with the boost and confidence since you are in the top four. It's going to go like it's going to go in your flow of your confidence
Yeah,
going
go
into
with the
playoffs.
flow. Go with the flow, guys. And as Mr. Fascinating is saying, if you are on the top seed, at the very least, you are going to be avoiding some of that higher seeds into your matchup. You're going to be facing off against a lower seed, which should be on paper easier. But we have seen here in the New Wave Invitational, this has always been a competition for every single one of them. So big kudos to everyone who has joined so far. And it seems like right here, right now, we are finally going to get our first map. We were just waiting on for the players to be ready, and it seems like we are good to go. Lijiang Tower confirmed to be map number 1, and well, Lijiang picked up here by Memecord, the home team, at the left-hand side this time. What do you think, though? And does it really work out well for Memecord, or can Team UwUwatch punish them in maps such like Gardens and Night Market?
Yeah, I do think if they're planning on playing this grounded team comp, I think they can make it work here in Lijiang Tower, especially in that control center where Dive isn't that proficient against. Sorry, yeah, exactly. Dive isn't proficient in that map since it's very close. But also, even though the other two maps, which is Night Market and the one with the bridge, I forgot what the name is. Even though you can
Gardens,
play
but
Dive there, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, was that Gardens? Yeah. So, you can't just bully around a grounded composition, because they can, if they can set foot on the site, or sorry, site, come on, what's wrong with me, on the point, okay, on the point, they can just stay there, and it'll be very hard for a dive comp to just bomb rush them.
Yep, exactly. And I really feel like here for Team Memecord, they have had a lot of work coming into this one. It feels like they found their
Exactly.
form there, especially working with some of the staff here, like Mr. Billy, to really help them out. It really feels like that in a New Wave Invitational, since we are coming on from the World Cup team, basically, as the staff. Many of these teams actually looking to get inspiration and get some help from our star-studded roster, to say the least. For you, Mr. Fascinate, you're helping out over wine amongst others. For Mr. Rebirth, has been helping out a lot of teams, including Uber server, and Mr. Billy here helping out Memecord. So it goes to show that for every single team, it seems like they are really getting a little more done with external help, and I really feel that they have brought in a whole level of competition that allowed the New Wave Invitationals to really flourish in terms of the matches. But hey, it seems like we are going to be getting ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. And, you know, it has been a long ride, to say the least. And all I gotta say is, it feels good to be almost done, but also at the same time, it feels kind of bad that we are going to be winding on down. But again, we will still have a special something coming for you, as well as that playoffs. So we'll be announcing that one later on into the night, between our first and second matches, as well as in some intervals as soon as it gets announced. So for New Wave Invitationals devotees, you are going to be liking what is to come. We've had so many matches, we've got so many players who have been really showing up and showing that they do belong in the New Wave Invitationals. And remember, guys, this is our final day for the regular season, so invite your friends to check the broadcast out and see what this is all about. But here we go! Map number 1, Lijiang Tower, with Memecord on the left, Team UwUwatch on the right. And let's get it on, let's get it done, and let's get into the game. Lijiang, absolute classic there. Mr. Fascinates. And you know, I just can't wait. I just can't wait to see what Lijiang Tower has for us. The scoreboard gonna be all set and ready, bringing us the stats that we need, that Mr. Rebirth is able to work on. And it seems like we are gonna start things off on Gardens. Let's get it on, let's get it done, and let's get into our first match. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and here we are! Week 10, Day 1. Down since Day 1, down since Week 1. We are going to be getting into some classic action. Lijiang Tower, you have had a lot of Overwatch lately here in the Twitch.tv/3 stream. We had Shop Overwatch Clash Royale over the weekend. We had Bugs yesterday that really went the long haul. And now it is going to be the crescendo of the New Wave Invitationals regular season. And I really can't wait to see what this is gonna be all about. Are you guys ready, though, to bring in the action? And here comes Team Memecord, gonna be playing the dive composition against Team UwUwatch. It feels like it is gonna be a taste of your own medicine kind of deal here and now for our blue hand side. And we'll be looking face off against the Wrecking Ball as well as the Winston. But in order, Yasuo and Charlotte have done so much in terms of improvement. Can Team UwUwatch actually show their stuff and face off against Memecord here and now? Big do-or-die time implications. And let's get into the match.
Interesting to see that they're opting to fight in this tight corner where As dive comp, I don't think you should be fighting here, but here we go. Inoriso slamming down a lot of people, but Rocket getting the first kill on Charlotte, and this is clean up crew time for Memecord. That was a very clean focus target focusing here, even though Inoriso was the first one who got the initiation, and a lot of stagger kills here coming from Memecord.
It seems like for Memecord, they went to that north side, Mr. Fascinate, to try to protect their ass as much as possible, and apparently it works out in that way.
Yeah,
they're playing that boy route to bounce around onto the north tower, and with the speed boost from Mr. Speedfry, right, you can just get engaged normally, but here comes Nori using now with the pile driver, and we'll see how this unfolds as UwUwatch pushes on in with the Winston on the left-hand side.
Getting a very good pick off there, booping off Soldier, and just a very clean team fight here for Memecord. Also Nori, so boops down, boops Sweet Fry. That's returning the favor, but here we go. Memecord getting the advantage of the team fight earlier.
Yeah, good start there for Team Memecord, and hey, this is exactly what we were expecting from them. It seems like it took them 10 weeks, but they are finally into form, and they are just looking to dominate Team UwUwatch right now. Mine's getting cleared out. Look at the teamwork here for Team Memecord. They are respecting whatever Innovaries can really do, but Sweetfry hops up that one. Narble, though, in the meantime, popping the Primal Rage, and he is just rampaging into the back line there. Kadena, though, with the Deadeye. Somi gonna be bodying him to Oblivion. Rocket also turning into Diva, just to make sure they have that second DM into play. And it's time for a potential self-destruct in the face of adversity. Looking for the zone. Here we go with the bomb in behind, and the Echo gets nothing but gets some damage onto Elixirine for good measure.
And oh my god, Kudina almost procced his ulti there if Somi. That was like a split second. But here we go. They need to contest this because this is last fight territory for UwUwatch.
Yeah, Norris is going to be backing on now to the south side. Here we go with Narble and Somi in position. And here comes the Coalescence. Here comes the Bomb Toss. Self-destruct going to be in behind as well. Ken Bucket, though, stay alive. It's not going to be enough against Kadena. Emma, though, with the trade on back. Akashi right now throwing out that bomb. And it seems like for Team Memecord, they're understanding it lower and how to play their DPS line. We have Akashi playing it, and we have Bucket on the Echo. And Norisu, though, blowing up Emma. And here comes the sound barrier from Sleeper, but he only gets himself. Now he's using his body to try and clear out that Mias. The Winston and Diva in position on the left-hand side. It seems like Classic Gardens. We are going to see that Wrecking Ball go around and around as much as possible. He wants to Fascinate.
I wasn't expecting them to recontest this, but this is actually a winnable fight for Memecord if they play this correctly. A lot of trades going on here, but ultimately UwUwatch is taking control. Okay, I don't know why. I don't know why I keep saying it's probably because it's the last game that I edited for the poster thing.
Bro, look at this though for Team Memecord. You hold that thought, Mr. Fascinate, because Walker turns into the Wrecking Ball and he is cleaning house. So many gonna get on the board. Here comes Memecord right now. Stick though connecting. The shields are there, and it seems like the Echo gonna be turning on back. Not the worst actually catch there from Team Memecord. Getting the Echo out of the Wrecking Ball mode amplifies their damage by quite a lot. And here goes Team UwUwatch. Does get the position, does get the points. And something to note, guys, is Zumi Sagiri is on DPS right now. So it's really interesting that Team UwUwatch is whipping out their support player on the DPS on the very last day of New Wave Invitationals.
Yeah, a lot of experimentations, I think, or probably because of some of the things they realized while they're scrimming. So that might be one thing that they kind of changed for this last fight. Last match. And yeah, here we're seeing Memecord setting up on this white room here again. Incoming bomb from Charlotte gets none.
Doesn't really get too much there. Brings Charlotte. Somi though in the meantime going for the D-Mech. And Team Memecord just jumping on, and Akashi Somi on the board already, looking for a little bit of a pounce or two. Bob right now will get 2 kills on the board. And Team Memecord, what a cleanup there. They are just able to get in from the north-hand side. Overtime not ticking on down. And TikTok goes the clock. Seems like the blue-hand side will be able to get this one. And Norisu just a split second too late to get to that objective.
Very nice Bob there. Got a lot of value. Like he got 2, I think almost 3. And yeah, just a very good cleanup fight right here for Memecord. Very good showing here for the first map or first round of Lijiang Tower. So, and it seems like Akashi woke up on the right side of the bed. Let's see now if he can keep on rolling this time on the second map, which is Night Market.
Night Market indeed, and well, this still does allow UwUwatch to play that dive composition, but they are gonna go for the Rhine Azaria instead. In the meantime though, Team Memecord whipping out that double flyer, and well, keep an eye out on the skylines guys, because these are gonna be dominant affairs here from Team Memecord, especially as Kadena goes over to the Symmetra. They're looking to play the TP strat onto the point, but the Echo and the Pharah can just bombard from the outside.
Right, and I like how they played Brig here against this Echo. They're expecting another Echo, so they kind of switched to a Brig now, which counters this Echo. But Rocket just sniping out getting 3 kills already. But unfortunately, Charlotte gets down by Charlotte.
And Narwhal swinging on the way.
Right.
With the capture, and Sweetfry resurrecting Emon back into the fight. So Woken showing on up, getting those kills. Akashi in the meantime though at 61% already. So things looking really good here for Team Memecord. UwUwatch still swapping their cop. They are playing the Symmetra and the Tracer. Even though there's a break here for 2 Happy Bull, it doesn't matter if you save someone when no one can shoot down the Echo and the Pharah at any point in time.
Right, I kind of want them to switch either one or two of their DPS to something that can contest these 2 fires, because they're Rocket and Akashi would just have a free time in shooting all the entire team of chat. Yeah, exactly. Like this one, that was a very clean team fight from Memecord. Yeah, but as I'm saying, they kind of want to switch here. Izumi now switching over to the McCree, realizing that they need to contest at least one of these the 2 flyers over here.
And hey, here comes Team Memecord right now in the middle of everything. Godena though in the meantime has that totem barrier. And Team UwUwatch just hanging on back to make sure everything is going to be fine and dandy. Rocket Barrage though is available. Memecord already dropping on down. Teleport play again from UwUwatch to try and circumnavigate. And Izumi actually catching out one. Here comes the totem barrier though now into play. Seafry though and Evan throwing out their ultimates. And Narbrawl going to be supercharged up with the brawl against Inoru. So Bar Grenade there to help him out. Evan going for the save there. Team Memecord though playing off the point, 64% right now in their capture. So even though if Team UwUwatch loses this, they will have a lot of chances to begin with. But there we go with a charge from Narbrawl. Too ambitious. Charlotte gets the bubble in time. Akashi though in the meantime with the barrage. And 2 for 2 trade so far. Team UwUwatch is in position. Beautiful sleep dart there. But unfortunately it's not enough for Memecord as UwUwatch holds the line.
They almost clutched out. I think Narborough got a bit too greedy there. They could have won that slowly because they didn't have for UwUwatch, they didn't have a Reinhardt to help them into their defense, but Narborough getting greedy, charging in and just dying from the beams and focus firing from UwUwatch. Now they're going to do another retake with Charlotte and
Mr. Fascinate. Like, Woken and Akashi are doing so well with Echo and the Pharah. Here we go with the Shatter, but it gets cancelled out. And counter Shatter into the bomb. Team Memecord with the combo that they are looking for. And it really feels like they have woken up on the right side of that there, Mr. Fascinate. What a shot, what a Shatter, what a bomb, and what a sleep darts. That is just an S and an S and an S for Team Memecord.
Dude, a lot of clutch plays happened in that single fight. Wow, Somi getting huge value over that mob. Getting 3, even though they had a symmetric shield, which could have potentially cancelled Diva Bomb. And just good placement of that bomb from Somi. Really good job getting a lot of value.
Akashi though hanging on back, Rocket Fire are gonna be there. Narbrawl though in the meantime with the fire strike and stand up boosted up here by Emon. And Woken getting caught a little dangerous, and goodbye to the Echo immediately. Rally though here from 2 Happy Ball looking to get in position again. Here we go now with the Pin and Orisu getting on the board. And Izumi Sagiri with the Deadeye there to get the connection. Team UwUwatch coming back in full force, and they are not going to be done as of yet here, Fascinate. But in the meantime though, let's just check out real quick that replay from a while ago. That self-destruct, absolutely huge. No fall with the barrier there, a little too late from the Symmetra. Kadena just couldn't get L1 done, and cleanly executed by Team Memecord. But UwUwatch right now does get a point back.
Memecord will want to Memecord will take that because for now UwUwatch doesn't have any single ultimate in their arsenal, while Narborough has his Shatter and Akashi looking to use that barrage and trying to get the kill. Akashi.
He's in position.
Oh,
Kashi gets
gets
one,
killed.
but blows himself up because they know Reese gets in his face. And now advantage here for Team UwUwatch because Memecord is just running into those funnels. The Symmetra when the turrets are set up to be vaporizing everything and everyone. And Team UwUwatch clutches it out to force out a third round here on Lijiang Tower.
UwUwatch, good job on UwUwatch for noticing that Akashi has his barrage and just clearly on the lookout for that Farah. They Akashi got one, yeah, but he got countered really quickly with the Symmetra, and just really great job aware of what's going to happen for the side of Memecord, and small things like that will win you games. And that's exactly what UwUwatch did. But it's not over yet for Memecord. They still have this is 1-1 now. Their last point is control center, and both teams are going for this Ryan Zarya composition. And let's see what's in store for us as they go into this white area here. You know, where Risu getting in front.
Yeah, connector right there for Team Memecord.
Yeah.
Looking to get in position, and Izumi's secure with the first frag, but Vulcan right now staying on the Echo. And you know what we always like to say, when you play that Echo, you are going to be winning those games. 3-for-2 trade though. Team UwUwatch just having a stronger front line there. If Vulcan isn't going to be taking some angles, it's not really going to be a good pick with the Symmetra and so with the Brigitte and the Moira. For Memecord, they have to hit those huge nades from Emma to really just find the advantage. But for UwUwatch, all they have to do is press forward, and they will have more and more value coming into this one.
Yeah, and you don't want to let a symmetric composition get to the point first, because the faster they set up, it will be harder to push into the side.
Yeah, here comes Team Memecord though.
Point.
They're looking to get in position. Narvel right now with the shield play there. And Elixirine in the meantime, popping that Coalesce is getting the beam on again. Fire strike though, courtesy of Narvarel. Here comes Rocket on the left-hand side, looking to get in position even more. But Charlotte's into the front, having 100 NG, no regards rather, for the opposition. And for Dana, even with a bigger beam, taking care of Narval. He got the photo barrier as well as Shatter. Clean up right now from Team UwUwatch, and they are back into full form. Slow start earlier on. This time they are just in complete control of Control Center.
Akashi has been Akashi right is doing a good job of angling, but he isn't pressuring. He isn't dealing too much pressure for UwUwatch to notice him, and that's why they're just bomb rushing the group, the main tanks, or the main group rather. That becomes Charlotte.
Going to be turning into the Zarya. Grabbing the surge though from Charlotte, absolutely essential. And you know, for Team UwUwatch, we always talk about their dive, but they have shown that on the Rhine and the Zarya, they are really a force to be reckoned with. We said that Team Memecord might have had the advantage in a map like this, but apparently predictions are not going to be happening because Memecord has to go for a reset, and Akashi is a little too staggered there. Honestly, the blue hand side going to be struggling to go for this push onto that point. Let's go in the toe.
This is not.
There you go, 2 for 2 trade so far.
Right? Yeah,
Absolutely.
they won't be able to make it. Wow, that was really clean. Good job. Wow. I like how they fought on that that small entrance, because all they had to do was not let Memecord touch the point, and they had the means to do so because they had Grav. And they noticed that they didn't switch, or for Memecord, they didn't switch to a mobile composition like Ball Ryan. They kind of Ball Robinson. They kind of stuck with a Ryan Zarya composition, and that means it'll be slower for them to move to point. So they push forward. They held at that choke point, at a small choke point, and that basically just means a very easy win for UwUwatch. That was a very commanding command center play for UwUwatch.
Yeah, Control Center just won by them super single-handedly. Honestly, it was just them all the way, getting so much value, and absolute kudos there to Team UwUwatch for going for the comeback in that instance. 2-1 on those finals 2 maps, and especially on Control Center, absolutely dominance. Where do you think it went wrong there for Team Memecord though?
I feel like they kind of had troubles against Symmetra. they didn't know how to exactly push the point when there's turrets already set up in the choke points. I think they kind of forgot that they should have been using a lot more rotations, especially if a Symmetra turret has been set up at a certain choke point. So they could have used that, and along with Akashi and Woked using a lot more off angles to trying to catch them off guard, especially since this is Symmetra we're talking about. The Symmetra needs to be closer to an opponent in order for her to have some value, and them having what do you call this, a an Ash and Echo, to they had all the means to do that, but they couldn't kind of figure out how to do it. So they one problem is, or I guess they need to find some solution for that in order to be able to progress. If ever they're going to spam a lot more Symmetras in the next few maps.
I completely there, Mr. Fascinate, and with the Symmetra, you're just able to get a really, really defensive position to say the least. But
Right.
there's something I want to take note right now, Fascinate, because for Team UwUwatch, well, that is going to be their fourth member on that DPS role. So Kadena and Izumi Sagiri together this time, 20.7 there for Kadena, 7.229 on the average damage. In the meantime, for Kadena, kind of on the low end with 13.85 average eliminations at 5.320 average damage. But that really is just an instance wherein that this is another member of their roster filling in that DPS role. We see Zumi actually play that support, if I remember correctly, more often than not. And well, for Kadena and Invox, they are rotated with Jack. So Team UwUwatch having a pretty flexible roster, to say the least. Really good to see them just whip things out of nowhere and surprise the opposition. And for them, it feels like it was a good tandem there on Lijiang Tower, able to get so much value, especially with Symmetra and whatever kicker they wanted to play on. In the meantime, though, for Memecord, pretty high stats though, 22.62 average eliminations for Akashi with 7.311 average damage. In the meantime, for Woked, it's 26.53 average eliminations and 6.49 average damage. So for Memecord, they're always on that high mark on the DPS side, but it feels like when they are getting shut down, they really can't even get up from those beds. It seems like though we are going to be getting into our next map, ladies and gentlemen. And King's Row will be that map to choose. And hey, UwUwatch going to be looking to go for the attack as Memecord. Going to be defending here, and now on to the first hand. And all I gotta say though, Mr. Fascinate, it really is gonna be a classic map pick here. Lijiang Tower first, King's Row on second. Pretty much the standards of the Overwatch community.
Right. I totally agree.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see what we are gonna be getting on. Shoutouts though to people who are on Converge Internet. Apparently, there's a lot of routing issues with them. Even the guys here complaining about it. But the show has to go on, and it seems like these guys are good to go with anything anyway. So for Memecord though, they have a really strong DPS line, even though we don't have that star player, Mr. Calamitous, who's pretty much always banned because Somi is just more or less more flexible for the team. And in the meantime, for UwUwatch, their star power is that tank line, and they have shown that they are not just a one-trick pony. With the Winston and the ball, they can go for the Ryan Zarya and do as best as they can. Memecord right now looking for comeuppance. In the meantime, UwUwatch looking to go for the 2-0 lead. We'll see now who will move on into the next one. UwUwatch really fighting for position here. Memecord in the meantime, if they take this match, they should be securing a third slot for sure. But right now, it's time to get into the action. Let's get into the fun. Memecord on the defense. UwUwatch on the attack. Let's get it on, let's get it done, and let's get into the game. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and well, into King's Row we go. Seems like though we are just going to be quickly loading on in for our players, but Snarball, Somi, Woked, Akashi, Speedfry, and Emma looking for a little bit more coming into this one. In the meantime, for UwUwatch though, in order to Charlotte, Kadena, Izumi, Sagiri, 2 Happy Ball, and Elixirine pretty much primed and ready to go. Fascinate though, King's Row coming our way. Seems like though we haven't really started our match. Let's actually get that one going. And all I gotta say though, Mr. Fascinate, is Memecord has to get their redemption arc started already.
I do believe so as well. And seeing that after that last map in Control Center, um, a lot of this, a lot of the momentum is going towards UwUwatch's favor, and if this goes on, it's going to be very hard um, to get the momentum back because with a team like UwUwatch, if the momentum goes in their favor, it's going to be very very hard to get that back. And yeah, it's going to be very hard to swing it over to your back towards your favor.
Yeah, it really goes to show though for Team Memecord, they have to just understand what this is all about. Seems like though we are gonna be asking a quick little pause here, and there you go for Team Memecord. It seems like reconnection is really going to be in order. Issues abound for Team Memecord right now, but they do need to just figure things out coming into this second map. What do you think though? What's the plan here for Memecord?
The plan here is to be able to give space for Akashi to reign on the high ground or in the skies, especially against a dive comp that's going to attack them, and um, avoiding at least trading against a dive comp, especially. So maybe if they're going to have a hard time using the Pharah here, I think Akashi can just swap over back to the Ash to contest this Ash from Izumi, who I think they're going to be playing. I'm not sure if that's exactly um, their pick, since they have 18 seconds after this boss is over. They still have time to switch to whatever composition they're looking into. Um, but yeah, I think overall, Echo should be pretty strong even against a dive composition. But yeah, I think they should worry about being dove on, especially if things gets a bit more chaotic and they're going to have a hard time focusing targets.
Hey, we are gonna be getting into this one. We're just memeing it up, and then I guess you got may sabotage. Team meme cord, you know. Sure, sure, sure. Sorry. Exposed the hero coming their way, and P again. P again. Okay. Let's just reset. Okay. Reset.
Yeah, we need to reset.
Reset. Like we just left it on, and if Rocket is not gonna be able to pick, then let's restart the match. Unfortunate. We'll just quickly restart all of that. But that kind of, these delays hurt Meme Cord because they're on the defense, and it kind of exposes the comp. If anything that UwUwatch saw, especially from the window coming into that spawn, it'll
Exactly.
be a big difference. So yeah, Meme Cord is already exposing their hands because of technical issues, but I guess we're good to go now. Let's just confirmation. Yeah, we're good to go, and let's get into the match again. I mean, Gord, I feel like though Ryan's are again gonna be on the plate here for both sides. It's King's Row. It's the
Yeah.
map where you play a brawl comp and you just want to get in the face of your adversities as much as possible. For now though, it's a classic map to say the least, and thank you guys for coming in tonight for our last regular season match. Remember guys though, we still will have the playoffs as well as special something later on that we will be announcing, and you'll be getting the dates for the enders of the New Wave Invitationals very soon. We're not like Overwatch League wherein we do things every week afterwards. We're still just working out the kinks and making sure everything is gonna be fine and dandy. And Fee again, what's happening? What's happening? It's okay. Let's just make sure that they're fine. Come on, guys. What's happening? Don't apologize to me. Okay na dapat. What's happening? I am the problem. Yeah, so I think you guys gotta go VPN. We know the fields. And it's not on the broadcast site. It's like that's fine. We have delays, but we just make sure that everything is okay. No, we feels. What is gonna be the plan though? Will Memeboard go for a sub since the game hasn't really started yet? So I think they can kind of go for a sub, right, in terms of our rule set. And well. Speaking of the rule set, actually, we are going to be amending that one with one more section out of nowhere at the end of all this. But we already explained that what the system is going to be here for our teams. It really is going to be that 1 to 8 standing, and it will lead into something a little more into the future. But for now, it really goes to show technical issues always getting in the way of the Philippine scene. Hey, hey, hey! It really goes to show though for our two teams, we are always fine, and Dandy always is happy with how everything just goes on into this one. And yep, we are. I guess we're gonna be looking to quickly take a break just to make sure that Memecord is a-okay. So we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. Memecord versus UwUwatch, game number 2, coming your way very shortly. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and it is gonna be there you go. No, no test run because that's why I'm like, it's gonna be really confusing if ever that happens. And we are back, Team UwUwatch and Team Memecord. It seems like we are gonna be getting into the action again. And for Memecord, these technical issues are really hurting them. Hopefully, though, that everything is gonna be fine and dandy as we move back into the map. So, yep, there we go. And yes, it seems like we are all set and ready coming into the second map. McCree here for Rocket Akashi playing that far up. Pretty stable composition here for Team Memecord. Running that Ryan Diva as well coming into this one. It's a good start. In the meantime, though, for Team UwUwatch, it's going to be that aggressive dive here. From Narusu as well as Charlotte onto the high ground. Already they come. Somi though gonna be the target of opportunity, but this Winston is isolated pretty handily, and Charlotte being able to disengage instead at the last moment. Akashi though, do whatever the hell he wants and more. Makes it rain onto Elixirine. The Ana will go down there. In the meantime, shots to come. 5-star gonna be in position, and Team Memecord defending against the dive at the very start. Not really the best target there from Team UwUwatch against a really tanky diva.
Right, and good job on getting pick first before not letting UwUwatch set up on this high ground. Tommy noticing that and just contesting that high ground to be able to let their initiate will go a bit more slowly. And Rocket getting a pick off here on Elixirine. Good focus on getting that Winston down. And good kills here overall for Memecord. Letting them not set up. Good job on holding on to their ground, and Akashi closing in. Akashi and Rocket closing in on their ultimates right here. But now Inoris is switching over to this Ryan. I think they're seeing that dive. They're having a hard time going to the dive. And wow, good job! Izumi is getting a pick off here on Eman. And here we go. Norville looking to shatter here.
In behind, and there comes the Memecord. They go into the front line with the nano boosted Reinhardt, and he doesn't have the shatter yet, but that charge is just gonna take all the attention away from the Pharah there. Rocket and Somi actually getting those kills instead. Izumi Zagiri in the meantime on that Ashe double hit can something Team UwUwatch likes to play, and love the high ground here for the little Red Riding Ashe. But with Rocket popping off like this right here, right now, it feels like for Team Memecord, they should have the advantage coming into the next few minutes.
Izumi is stuck here on the sideline, and this is going to be a hard stagger. Another hard reset here for UwUwatch. I don't think they should push here. They should wait at least. But oh, okay, never mind. He got rest anyway, so they can just start pushing here. But look at the ults coming here for Memecord. We have a lot of things that can stop this push.
Right now. Somi getting in the face out to Happy Ball. Shattered though from Narbral, looking to get in position. And the two Reinhardts brawling yet again. Bob though onto the right hand side. And Izumi and Zagiri kind of just overextending there with the Butler. But it seems like for Team UwUwatch, they finally find the footing that they're looking for. As here comes Kadena with the Deadeye in behind. Akashi though with the barrage. Will he actually let it rip to go for the clutch factor? Seems like he knows the fight is already lost. And UwUwatch even whipping out that coalesces at the last moment. Pretty good push though from Team UwUwatch. They used 3 ultimates, 2 only really necessary there, but in the end that is going to be the first point taken by the attacking side.
A lot of missed opportunities there for the side of Memecord, I think. They had a lot of ults to work with, but they just let UwUwatch take space. They shouldn't be scared of that Bob, because I mean Bob is kind of scary with his very excellent tracking, but they had a lot of ults to work with.
And there we go with the bomb coming on out. Inoris using that one to just get the shatter on. And here comes the rocket barrage though from Akashi, as well as the self-destruct from Somi. And explosives about, but Memecord still not able to really get those kills. Highly unfortunate. And Norisu and the shield standing on the test of time. And for Team Memecord right now, they lose out, even though they whip up a pretty good combo to say the least. UwUwatch though finding their form. And I just like how they use the self-destruct there from Charlotte to allow Norisu to get a free shatter on the board.
And look at this, Somi getting hard staggered here at the backside. Now that they're going to, and this is a lot of space being taken here for UwUwatch, and this is looking like a free second point push.
Yeah, Bomb node's gonna get tossed on now. This is
Another bomb.
setting it over on the left-hand side. Here comes the coalescence right now from Lijiang, and this is gonna be Team UwUwatch just pushing the lines. You can really see that stagger coming out into the favor of Team UwUwatch. 5v6 effectively there from Memecord. UwUwatch, they are just happy to bum rush and bully their way to victory. Solid first push there coming into that second point, and UwUwatch looking nigh unstoppable as Memecord has to swap things over to the Zarya instead.
Exactly, and now here we see UwUwatch doesn't have this mech from D.Va, so this is a chance for them to hold this round because but as we said, Kurina gets a pick already, and look, Norbert looking to shatter here, it seems like.
Are gonna get on the board though. Memecord with that Ryan and Brig gonna be really strong in the corner like this. They are just brawling, but they do need to work with the Brigitte to get the Inspire procs on. Shadow right now connecting on the Noryusu. There we go with the CC and the stun. But the back right here from 2 Happy Ball as well as the healing from Lijiang. Gonna be a big top up from Team UwUwatch. Keeps the sustain onto the Reinhardt. And here comes more of that trouble. But the catcher right now has the blade in hand. Nana boosted up and he's gonna whip it out. Way too desperate here from Memecord. But they are able to eke it out with a single kill. Not too bad there from Akashi. Even though it was very, very dicey. And Team UwUwatch gonna get beaten back by a lot of different things from Team Memecord.
That bomb was specifically targeted towards Akashi and he ate it. That's kind of unfortunate, but that's all they need to. That's a win. Win is a win. Akashi glad to trade his life for a successful defense here. And yeah, there so many farm this grab pretty quickly here. So we're looking to see for a very valuable grab here.
And Super right now rally available. Here we go with the shadow from Norris, who will get blocked up by Norbral this time. Thieves like Team Memecord finding their form again back on the third point, but here we go with the twin boots abound. Butting heads right here, right now. Grab the search into play. Akashi swoops on in to get that takedown. Advantage here for Team Memecord. They go for the grab, they go for the rally, they get that armor, and within the duration of the armor itself staying on, they will be able to slow down Team UwUwatch. When you see the opposition has that rally, you really don't want to fight into it. It will just drain itself after a moment of time, and at the same time, you know, you can go for some pokes into this one. But in terms of that rally timing, Sweet Fry is going to be stalling Team UwUwatch to basically a one-fight scenario.
Right, and I think that grab was kind of wasted because they kind of won that fight a bit, and so that grab was not that valuable. But here we go. UwUwatch on their probably the nano boosted Inorisu. But Suifly getting a pick off her here on Lijiang going over when you thought it was going over UwUwatch's momentum. Nice swing here for Memecord to get a lot of picks first before this nano boosted Reinhardt gets a lot of value. As in Inorisu gets staggered here on the last fight. This is last fight territory, 15 seconds in order to push this side. I think they still have time to make it. But this is going to be a
beautiful shatter though, Mr. Fascinate. You saw that one from Norbral. He gets a stun on, but here comes Inorisu right now, trying to get back to the objective, getting body blocked by the Genji and the Brig, and that is all she wrote there for Team UwUwatch. Memecord finishes it up with a grab and a blade to cut that one down. Akashi, it's a little too late to say that he is just going to be bringing that brain power, but at the very least, the attacking side does get 2 points there. Memecord right now gonna be on the attack instead, and we'll see if they can actually get things done coming into this one.
Right, very good defense here for Memecord, and a lot of mistakes. UwUwatch kind of had a lot of staggers coming attacking in all points actually. When they had the momentum, they just snowballs pretty hard, but the moment they got stopped in one point, they had a hard time like getting back to their groove. So it's a very their momentum swings heavily. As long as you put a stop onto their momentum, this is going to be pretty, or not that easy, but relatively easier than if they have the momentum.
But hey, for
Or here we
Memecord, all
go.
they gotta do is that full cap here, Fascinate. At least they got the stop
Right.
on, and it seems like they do have the tools to do so. Bucket right now, no more issues perhaps. Yep, gotta get pause again.
Oh, the moment you said it, the
Okay,
moment you said
okay,
that they didn't have any
okay,
problems, they
okay,
do.
okay,
So,
okay, okay. Okay, okay. Okay. What is going on, boys?
now
What is
we
going
cannot restart the map because um,
Let's restart the map. Let's restart the map. But yeah, well, Walken's having these problems. I do want to ask you though, for that third point defense, Mr. Fascinate, what really was the key points there for Memecore to actually hold?
um they knew the angles that they could defend to, as my niece is singing in the background.
Mm.
um they just the yeah, besides that, sorry.
That's fine.
But um UwUwatch keeps getting sniped from behind. They just they need to avoid getting picked off before they engage, right? So um they got sniped before the nano Rhine on Inorisu gets any value, and small things like that they need to avoid, especially on the third point, because they're just one team fight away from getting a full cap. Seeing from that payload's distance. So yeah, a lot of the unfortunate things, but yeah.
Yeah, it really goes to show. That's also how it is sometimes. But for UwUwatch, they had a really, really good push overall. So Wakit though should be back and ready to go. UwUwatch so using this time to take a little break. And yeah, okay, we're good, we're good, we're good, and we are gonna be able to get back into this one. In terms of defense though, Symmetra is back on the board, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see if Kadena can make this one work.
One. Attackers incoming. Defend objective.
There we go, yeah, again, Mr. Fascinates, and on to King's Row. We stay on. Ryan, Zarya, Sim, McCree, and Moiron. A lot of sustain here for Team UwUwatch, but none of that Mercy Antics. Bucket, though, in the meantime, still not picking anything. And yeah, I think we're gonna have to pause again. This is hurting me for a lot. 65 action, and you know what's going on here? B, what's going on here? We're getting nothing, and it is gonna be
Yeah,
a
it's a
reset.
pause.
And it's a
Yeah,
pause.
that's unfortunate. Um, that's a lot of time already covered. 30 seconds in, and that's no joke. Especially if this attacking team has knowledge of what you're trying to run, they have a lot of time to adjust their defense, especially if they're sticking onto the Symmetra. Um, but yeah, again, good job on Akashi to swap over to a hero that's a bit more counter to Symmetra, but he just gets sniped easily. He needs a mercy, in my opinion, if they're going to push through this push through Afara. But anyway, maybe they're going to play another flyer, maybe Farah Echo. So they have that option as well.
Yeah, it really is. And hey, as Vulcan is having these technical issues, what do you think though? The watch has to be happy about, well, having more of advantage right now, but at the same time, I'd love them to have a better matchup coming into this one. But they are playing that Symmetra here on King's Row. And for Meme Guard, we've seen them already play that double flyer, and you were talking about that. Do you think the Echo and the Farah should be enough here for Team Meme Guard to get this first point, or does that have to be something that a little different?
On paper, it should be, because that basically means a -1 already for Uwatch. But not saying that Symmetra couldn't get any more value, but she can farm her beam off of Rhine, off of Zarya, but i she can't do anything against Farah Echo unless they drop like super near to her in her range to get her beam up and running. But in any case, they should be able to counter the Symmetra pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as they don't die, or at least they keep a safe distance away from this McCree, they should be able to do this attack pretty cleanly.
Yeah, and all I gotta say about that is it really hurts though. Memecord is trying desperately to secure that third slot, and it's just not working out for them. And right now we are gonna be putting a pause timer for them because it's taking way too long. It's just not fair to UwUwatch, and we're having to wait this out. And well, it has been a really strong showing though from Team UwUwatch. And what do you think? If Team Memecord has to play this 5v6, can they actually get things done, or will it be too much to handle?
Since they had a hard time on the last map against the Symmetra, I think 5v6 would be pretty much like the same, if not a bit harder for them, since they still have to figure out how to deal with the Symmetra. So it's going to be a problem one way or another.
Yeah, and hey, we'll be looking to see how this is gonna unfold, and we are gonna be making sure that we are gonna be getting into action in the next 3 minutes. It's 9:15 already. We are only on our second map, and I do think that we can get straight into. I don't think we need a halftime break by this point. We are just in here for technical issues, and we are just stuck with all of this, so we can go straight into the third map. I think they'd prefer that to make sure everything should be a-okay. But you know, for UwUwatch, it reminds me sometimes that they just have those really off days, and just the internet doesn't help you out whatsoever. It is just a little too bad to handle. I think for Memecord here, they are gonna need a substitution in order, but the only problem here for them is they can't use Calamitous because he is banned from the match. So if Saito isn't online, well, are we gonna get some forfeits or what here for Team Memecord? It's gonna be highly unfortunate though.
Yeah, it's going to be unfortunate because these two teams, as far as I see them, they are pretty equal, as I've mentioned a while ago, and missing out on this very equal matches, it's kind of a waste. See, even my niece is is saying, "Oh, unfortunate."
Does he really?
Yeah. that shout you hear at the back, unfortunate.
That's not
Yeah.
how it is. That's not how it is. And oh yeah, just making sure we're giving the countdown here for Team Memecord, and we're just making sure that everything is all a-okay and amended on the rule set side. But it's just so sad to see what happens sometimes in the worst case scenario. It just is an issue sometimes for Team Memecord in a way we're in. Well, we're 5v6. We were relying on Rocket, who was getting so many kills a while ago, and overall, it's just so sad to see these technical issues happen. But I guess he's back, and well, it seems like we are gonna be getting it going. So if the Memecord says that we are ready to go, they only have 1 more minute of pause timer, and as soon as that is over, then they are gonna have to play on with whatever is there. Watch though. In the meantime, are they ready to go? That's gonna be the real question. And hopefully it's a-okay there. Okay, let's get it on. Let's get it done. Let's get back into the game, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for the delays, but this is what happens sometimes with BHNets. So here we are, Fascinate. We are back into the game and dive into double flyer immediately from Team Memecord. They realize the situation, they see the Symmetra, and perfect compensation to run things over. Can Rocket though have the redemption arc he's looking for? He's had technical issues about all day, every day. And right here, right now, they are going to be looking to get in position. Ryan Zara though into the front line. Team UwUwatch right here, right now, going for a far strike there as well. Focusing BMO up on top. And Memecord though struggling to find the position they're looking for.
Right, and look at this. They're afraid of this turret, so they're focusing solely on cleaning the turrets before they dive here. And this is a perfect opportunity now that Charlotte used her 2 bubbles. And here we go, Norbro looking to dive on the back line.
Yeah,
Akashi flying over the backside, trying to kill this Azumi Agiri.
see if Akashi can actually get that pick off of there, because those are gonna be bullets coming their way. Look at the UwUwatch, they concave on in as soon as they get rid of the attention from the D.Va as well as the Winston. They can't protect one another with that shield if it is only gonna be that twin DPS line. And for Wakat and Akashi, they don't really have too much bunker bust into this one. Sure, they can go for a focus beam later on, they can go for a few rockets here and there, but you do want to get the damage onto the opposition to get the duplicate and the rocket barrage. Big keys to a double flyer competition.
Marlborough should be looking to dive onto the backside and not waste his bubble. But as we said, Kashi, nice pick off, very fast barrage here. Gets 2 already.
Boost even into play, keeping him alive here. Fascinates, pretty effectively done by Team Memecord. It seems like they are going to be showing signs of life into this one, going for the brawl onto the corner, but the photo barrier here from Kadena, looking to buy some time. Rocket though, turning into the Reinhardt, will get shattered down by Norisu, but eventually Somi gets in position, and Team Memecord for the advantage and the foothold onto the objective. Rocket now with a charge on in, decides to go for the brawl. There you go, Izumi Sagiri going down, Shattered now connecting off the Kadena, and clean up. My name is the Echo. 4 minutes on the clock here for Team Memecord.
That was kind of a waste of Symmetra's orb, especially the positioning of it. Maybe they could swap over to a different DPS. Now seeing that they've swapped over to a double flyer composition. So oh wow, Somi staggering in Oriso right here with this bomb.
Yeah,
but yeah, here we go. Yeah, here we go. They should be looking to regroup. Their stagger is going to be very devastating for UwUwatch. This is just them rolling over UwUwatch right now. Look at the space. Look at all the space this payload is traveling here. Eman being a very patient driver, just pushing this payload, confident his teammates are going to be safe as we fire his hand. Wow, they're switching over to a Bastion composition now.
Yeah, and
What do you think? What do you think about this Bastion?
I think this is a little desperate here for Team UwUwatch. Sebastian will struggle against the Echo as well as the Pharah. One focusing beam on a stationary target. Sign me up and call me an easy target. Because here comes the rocket barrage. Though Sharta will go down. Second point already taken. And you can see for Team UwUwatch, they're not even fighting for the payload anymore. They are just fighting for their lives. But at least they set up, and with the Batista and the Ana, that will have a lot of sustain. But I really feel like for UwUwatch, if they are going to be playing that Bastion and they have the Symmetra on hand, they should be taking that high ground to just make sure they have the angles to begin with. Okay, shots keeping on coming. We'll see how this is all going to pan out right now for Team UwUwatch. The Batiste getting in position already to make sure that everything is going to be fine and dandy. But right here, right now, we'll see how this is all going to be panning on as the grenades come from Akashi. He's letting it rip with the jump wrap. Izumi Sagiri though, what is the plan here on recon mode? Not really the best way to play that Bastion. And Team UwUwatch again on the ropes. They set up onto the side build for Shadow from Norisu. But you can see the problem here for Team UwUwatch. You're playing the Bastion, and without the sidelines, that Shatter just goes to waste.
Exactly, and they need to be able to find an area where they can set up. As Akashi just dives in at the backline, Kodina gets 2 already for UwUwatch. Very good job for and Marlborough Hillband here, close to dying, and here we go. Now, yeah, being able to set up this high defense. This is a very hard area for a Bastion to defend to, especially if it doesn't have shields. Reinhardt shield is strong, yes, but it's not as if Reinhardt can just leave his shield to help the Bastion and just run, right? Like an Orisa. Here we go, Somi. Huge bomb!
Boom goes the dynamite. That's huge there for Somi into the shadow there from Narborough. And the third point of King's Row, always a good time to get that bomb on. But UwUwatch goes for the nano boosted Reinhardt, and then the shadow there from Minoru. Varshak though will connect Bucket in the meantime, going for a few shots here and there. And Team Memecord gonna be finishing up the map with style. Beautiful combo from the tank line, and we are all tied up 1-1 after all of that.
It is, like you said, that Bastion swap was very desperate. It could have worked, maybe if they used that just to defend the very aggressive push that Memecord is doing. But as soon as that's over and they've set like they've been able to take ground, he could have swapped over to back over to Ash. And he's been doing very excellent with Ash, as we see here. He deals 13k. But yeah, that's kind of unfortunate that they panicked a little. But yeah, to the next map we go. Like,
We'll see, we'll see. I think they do. Memecord
we'll
does need the
see.
time to fix things up. And well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be here for a very short halftime break because we are going to be looking to get one person in from, I don't know, maybe the Memecord side. Maybe Mr. Wucket would be interesting, maybe Mr. Akashi. But we will be right back. We'll find out who we're going to be getting, and we'll stay tuned, stick around. This is the New Wave Invitationals. So hello guys, welcome back, and hey, beep boop goes the robot, and beep boop goes the internet. We got Mr. Wucket here of Memecord for our halftime interview. So Wucket, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? Disconnecting so many times, bud.
Well, I'm feeling so great, Kappa.
I can feel the you can feel the sarcasm there. But hey, in all honesty, though, even though with all those issues, with all those disconnects, it seems like you're doing a really good job, especially on that echo and double flyer here from Team Memecord. Very commendable to say the least. What changed? What came in for this competition?
Well, actually, we've been practicing the double flyer comp for a while now. I think more than a month ago with Cakes Screams. So yeah, we've been practicing. I've been practicing Echo, and Akashi has been practicing his Farah. So we have practiced the angles and stuff, how to run the double flyer comp. So yeah, that's that for the double flyer thing.
That's a really good stuff. And hey, your Echo looking pretty good on the fly, just moving on around with the far. But Lijiang Tower is really interesting. The Symmetra is a pretty easy target for the two of you, but unfortunately, you guys got creamed there. What happened? What went wrong in that kind of matchup?
Well, we kind of tunnel vision, I guess. We've been ignoring the Symmetra turrets. And, once na may cheese sa comp, may slight tilt factor na din. So, ayun, we've been distracted tapos di namin na-realize na we can easily counter the Symmetra comp if we really wanted to. So, luckily in the end, we did.
Yeah, and hey, all I gotta say though is you guys figured things out afterwards, especially on that King's Row, and even with the DCs. How did you guys really plan things out? Did you use a few of those disconnections to actually help you plan even better, or was it more on the fly? What was the general atmosphere there on the meme farm side?
Nothing really sa totoo lang. It's just me trying to fix my internet. So, uh, I feel so sorry for my team and the other team for the inconvenience kasi sobrang nakakairita. Ayun.
Yeah, that's just sadly unfortunate sometimes, but you guys were able to eke it out in such a good way. And now, Mr. Walkhead, it's almost
Yeah.
the end of the new Invitationals. It really is. It's our last day for the regular season, and then we'll have the playoffs into the future. But how do you feel has the season gone for Team Memecord? Are you guys happy about your performance? Are you guys looking for a little more? How do you feel in general for the whole system?
Well, of course, we've been happy with our progress. We've been practicing a lot with other teams, trying out different comps, so many different comps, trying out the counters for the comps, yung mga like where to dive and etc., yung mga sneaky strats. So we've been really happy with our progress, pero ayun, there's still much to do. There's still a plenty of room for more progress. So I think we'll keep practicing on that hanggang playoffs. So hopefully we can make it to the playoffs. Ayun, we're very happy.
Yeah, and hopefully you guys can actually make it. You are all gonna make it to the playoffs, but playing for that third seed, I feel like will be the crescendo. It will be like, guys, we actually did it. We came back to where we belong, and this is really the place that we are gonna be calling home. For me, guard though, it was a tough ride at the very start. Addition to especially you bringing in more of that flexibility into the roster, really helping out the team. And all I gotta say, Mr. Bucket, just keep it up, and you guys are gonna be going really good into this set. But
Thank
as
you.
we said before, Bucket though, this is really a big,
Yeah.
big matchup. And coming into these next two maps, general game plan, any pocket strats maybe here for Team Memecord that you'll whip out, or same old stuff? What's gonna be the shindig here?
Well, of course, merong nakakatakot na hero sa kabila. They have Ino, the one of the best balls in page. So we just gotta keep our eye for that, and just counter whatever comp they give to us. So ayun, just keep doing what we're doing, basta kina-counter lang yung kabila. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. And really, it's a good idea to make sure that you can find an angle against the opposition. And thank you, Mr. Wallet, for your time. We don't want to keep this too long because you might just suddenly disappear out of nowhere. But, of course, quick shoutouts to anyone. Feel free to do so.
Yeah, quick shout out to my team and to Team UwUwatch. Ayun, thank you for waiting for me. Thank you for waiting for my disconnects. I'm so sorry ulit. Shout out na din to my boys at the Engineer Alexa server. I can enumerate, I think, Z, si Madam Z, Jim, Melons, Sacred, Spence, Udaza, Asterios Grid. Yeah, I think that's everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. From Mr. Bucket, thank you. Feel free to drop on down to the meme card side. Again, you know where that is. And we are going to be getting into our third map here, Mr. Fascinate. It is now time to get into the next one. And our third map for this night, for this first match coming into this one, will be Rialto. And what do you think? One of my favorite escort maps per se, but do you think that Team UwUwatch picking the right call here? The waters might be perilous if you get pooped in.
For Rialto, UwUwatch should they should still stay away from Symmetra this time, especially this map where a lot of a very high skybox is in effect, and they should stick to a lot of hit scans here. But I think Memecord, what's going to be how are you feeling over to the next map, Mr.
Yeah.
Buck?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Mr.
wait.
What?
Wait,
Mr.
what?
Mr. Walken-
I spaced out. Oh my goodness.
I said Walken
I was
go.
trying to-
Why is Walken still here?
I was trying to fix my internet.
Whoa,
Okay,
go,
never mind.
go. But yeah, Mr.
I'm so
Walken,
sorry.
Good luck. Ito na lang, Mr. Walken. Good
Yeah,
luck
yeah.
to Rialto.
Okay,
This is the
okay.
first time we still have someone here. Okay, great time. And there you go. Let me do that for you, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes you just trust people to do something themselves, and apparently
Yes.
they are gonna stay here for the long haul. But now we are gonna be getting into the action. We are finally in, and into Rialto we go. So guys, quick little hashtag pray for Vox Internet or I guess make it short, pray for Walknet would be good in the chat to make sure we don't get any disease there from Team Memecord, as we are now gonna be getting into map number 3. Hopefully Walknet loads in. Seems like that is gonna be the case, and we are confirmed to get into our escort map. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are gonna be getting into our third map, and for Rialto, any expectations here? Fascinate.
Yeah, as I've been saying a while ago, I think 2-hit scans is very strong in this map. Especially if
Ready for battle.
Memecord is going for this double flyer, which it seems like they're doing. So Reaper might not be effective here. As to I think they could go with McCree Ash, or maybe even May. May I think is better even. But let's see how it goes here. They do seem confident that to be able to pull this off. So
Yeah. Anyway, where we are gonna be getting into the action, and Team Memecord gonna be on the so apparently our thing didn't really swap out, so it's UwUwatch actually on the defense, guys, and it's Team Memecord on the attack. Seems like when you press that swap all, that's when the scoreboard has issues there, but it should fix itself up later on into the next one. But for now, very danger close here for Team UwUwatch. They are going to be looking to play that first corner, and it gets double flyer. This is very dangerous. They have only the McCree to try and get a handle on Elixir and get beyond the Ana. But I do like for UwUwatch right now, they are trying to take cover under the buildings, but as I say that, Mokka already getting rid of 2 Happy Ball, and this is going to be easy tidings here for Memecord to start things off. And here we go with the charge. Starburl actually catching the Diva out. Charlotte already quite low. Somebody blowing himself up for some weird reason, overextending there. And UwUwatch in behind using that Reaper to get the stall on. Now for Memecord, I do like they have so much map control coming into this one, but if there's a payload control, it really isn't going to be the strongest. Your DPSs are always off-angled. Your DPSs are all flying on around. And right here, right now, Kodena doing the same old thing again, but this time gets shot down by Akashi. Memecord having the advantage in the bridge over troubled water. That's what all UwUwatch has on this defense.
a huge shatter. But unfortunate that they weren't able to touch the point. That was such a missed opportunity here for Noah.
That was so unfortunate for Noah. Just the limiter too late to get the contest on. And there we got Memecord right now going for a few shots here and there. Getting in position right now, looking to make sure that they do have the angle. But Charlotte's taking care of Akashi instead. Easy shut down there. Nana boosted. McCree going for that Deadeye. Lock-on is on point and walking for some reason. Gonna go for the reset already. Team UwUwatch though. It seems like the bridge that was over Trouble Water earlier on gonna be their Trouble Town instead, because UwUwatch holds the line and they are putting a toll on this bridge. So far so good. Here we go yet again, and right here right now we got shots courtesy is of Izumi Isagiri. In the meantime though, 3 ultimates online here from Memecord, looking to get in position into this one. Nana boost right now onto Akashi and stun to make it rain. Double pin allows a stun onto Noriusu. Easy tidings there, getting rid of the main tank. And for Akashi, he's just going to push on forward. 2-for-1 trade so far. And you can see the speed here for Team Memecord with the double flyers. It really is all about getting the face of adversity while the tank line takes care of the payload.
That was a very telegraphed barrage, but they weren't able to counter it. The Borano barrage is way too strong for them to counter. The McCree alone is not enough. They could have had a bit more help if the Reaper was using like a different character, but nonetheless, here Izumi Agiri has another chance to get a clutch as he kills Narborough.
Still coming online behind Kodena, Izumi Sagiri, as well as Noriusu on the board. And right here, right now, gonna be Shatter available here for Team UwUwatch. 2 Happy Balls still flying on around. And up on top, we got Akashi and Sweet Fry staying on the right-hand side, looking to make sure that they do get the angle. Memecord though, go for a few shots here and there, and we'll see if the right-hand side can get things done here.
Right, and Akashi almost has his barrage again, so they might be looking to do a grab barrage combo here. As long as Charlotte doesn't eat this grab, they should be good to go.
At least all they have to have is the angle, and just that wall really helps him out in the long run. But Akashi right now, getting rid of Izumi Sagiri, he is just going to be dropping on down, and these rockets into the face of the support line, going to be handling on in terms of that sustain. Akashi though, rocket barrage in the face of Diana, he is literally blocking those healing darts with his own body. And Akashi, big balls right there to get some value. Team Memecord right now getting a pretty free push onto the second point.
Alright, and they should be able to contest this. Oh, sorry, not contest this, rather. And that's, I think they overcalculated that they would be able to contest that, but either way, here we go, Memecord just getting stagger kills. Oh, but wow, Izumi Agiri actually gets Norbero, gets a kill over Norbero, and okay, that's a lot of staggers. Yeah, they should have died. That one kill over Norbero should have been enough for them
really
to just die on point. Yeah.
It really goes to
here you
show
go.
true here with Fascinate that if you have so much of the momentum and you get the point while the opposite side is still trying to go for a quick little reset, you can really catch them out in such an awkward spot. And look at that, deep Memecord already getting push that they need. 2 heavy ball in the meantime, getting rid of Akashi. And shots keeping on coming too for non-trade so far. Finally, UwUwatch getting the defense that they're looking for. And you know, this double flyer comp really good on the first 2 points. On the third, a little awkward because that is a very, very tight funnel in the middle.
Exactly, and now they have all this space to defend. They have Bump and McCree ult to work with, while Memecord actually has 3 ults. Sony almost has his grab up. Udina waiting over the backside here, trying to get a pick, and he does get Wacken down. And unfortunate doesn't get back in safely. So
Straight to Rialto. Team Memecord trying to get in position. Shots keeping on coming. Drop the surge right now off the right hand side. And here goes Izumi Sagiri. Going for the Deadeye as well. UwUwatch with the push again. Narva right now with the shatter. And they'll see if Memecord can survive this. They use that nano boost there, and Narva will get disengaged with that. Highly unfortunate, not the best usage of the Ana ultimate there. But at least for Team Memecord, they can go for a quick little reset. UwUwatch in the meantime though, holding line really, really well. And so far so good. Here on the third point, it feels like they are a lot better playing this Reaper in this instance.
yeah, they seem to be more comfortable. Reaper getting some value on this backside. They as long as the Memecord can't figure this out, UwUwatch will just have an easy time defending this side.
Yeah, do whatever the hell they want, and more duplicate though coming in for Bucket very, very soon. He goes on to the high ground already. Charlotte Nana boosted up, and Team UwUwatch again getting a pretty decisive pick. Memecord right now sputtering like an engine that really is to be giving out very, very soon. They are also running out of time, and this is a time trial that they cannot afford to waste.
Watching your back.
I've got to cover.
Push though coming in for an overall onto the high ground. Team Memecord trying to make sure that they will be a-okay on to the forefront. They don't want to go through the chokes. They're really afraid of that Reaper getting position. But Kadena already skulking on the left-hand side. UwUwatch though with a few shots here and there. Bucket gonna be engaging on over again. Duplicate available still for Memecord. Not really utilizing this to the fullest degree. But we'll see if a target is gonna get caught. Elixirine right now getting focused down. Fido does fall. Here we go with the shatter though from Risu. And it's time for Bucket to turn it to Reinhardt instead. Slamming on that. Gets rid of Charlotte. Immediately out of the duplicate mate though. Because with Kadena holding the lines, this Reaper is just so potent in the tightest of all corridors. Watch in position. Shadow step right now. Dropping down onto the Akashi. Repair pack was there to mitigate some damage, but overall, it's still Memecord not really wanting to overexert their efforts. They are just making sure that they aren't staggering themselves, and there's a lot of good discipline actually over the past 2 minutes. But unfortunately for them, it really feels like for Team Memecord, wherein they have to be more decisive into this one. They have to get value of whatever the hell they have anymore. And Kadena right now hanging on back. Not dropping down though with the Death Blossom as of yet. Now we decide to go for it. But gets spotted by Akashi. Not the best call there from Team UwUwatch. Memecord still holding the line behind. And Kadena gets caught out in the open. And that's what it's all about. You need to coordinate with your team. It's like go, drop down. But it's Izumi Sagiri with the Deadeye onto 2 instead. Sweeper gonna get on the board. Walking right now on his own Reaper. Self-destruct though coming online. Can Charlotte get anything done? It's not gonna happen. And kills about here for Team Memecord. Even getting rid of the Diva here, who's basically getting staggered along the way. Baby Diva will fall, and that does push a little bit more more in favor of Team Memecord. They have the advantage, and Kadena going down makes is a bigger one here. Izumi Sagiri though on the Doomfist. Here we go with a rally already, courtesy of Sweet Fire. Ball driver though from the Wrecking Ball. Finally, the Batiste falls, and here comes Narbrawl charging on in. But Spinaruni again from Innovarisu. We haven't seen too much of the ball right here from Team UwUwatch, but all I can say though from Memecord is they are just tearing house right here, right now. Shatter connects onto Alexarine, and that will be a full cap for the attacking side.
That's a very, very close call for Memecord. If but very props to them for really they knew that what the Reaper was going to do. They were on the lookout for that Reaper. I saw 4 people looking behind, like just to get an information as to where the Reaper is. And once they found him, just um looking for that sneaky Beyblade on the back line, but Suifry very fast reaction, stunning him before he gets a kill, and just the snowball from there.
Ready for battle.
Hey, we will see though how this is all gonna be panning on out, as Memecord right now gonna be on the defense. And here comes the double flyer again. On the defense, double flyer still having the same kind of values, but at the same time less things to sacrifice. Usually sometimes that when you play that Pharah, you are gonna be looking to buy space, and sometimes you really have to sacrifice your life for it. But on the defensive side, it's a lot more risky to do so. So I'd like to expect from Akashi and Wakid that they are going to be holding on to rooftop angles that allow them cover over playing out in the open, because it's time for UwUwatch to actually make this Bastion count in a proper way perhaps. Will they actually whip out the pirate ship? We will find out as the floodgate's going to open and UwUwatch going to be going on the attack here.
Attackers incoming. Stop.
And here we go, Izumi Agiri. They're going to do this Bastion composition, and I do think Bastion on attack in Rialto is very strong, as long as you have the coordination to be able to do it. But now them not setting the Bastion up here in the payload, I think is a good decision, because it's going to be an easier way to get Dove on, even though Bomb Rush on, sorry. That's the term I'm looking for. But they're struggling to find a good sideline. But here we go, Inoa opening up the attack as he gets a pick over Somi. And now Izumi Agiri now in a safe spot, or at least a bit safe spot. Man, is Inoa Arisu just giving a lot of space for his team to push into.
Completely agree here, Fascinate. All I gotta say though is that Kashi goes to the barrage and gets rid of Izumi. That I feel like for Team UwUwatch, playing is very risky. Even though Inorizu is bailing them out with some really solid recent play, the stations the Bastion could have taken would have been a lot better if they were able to take control of that high ground. And right here, right now, comeback for Team Memecord on the defense. They are back in position, but Charlotte and Oasis still that tank line being the stars of the show. But the shot now will connect onto the Orisa. Here comes Woken with the beam. Somi on the board as well. And Memecord pushing the opposition back.
They should find a way in order for the Bastion to set up and not just stay into sentry mode, because that's where all the damage is lying. If you can't set up this turret mode, then a lot of the damage potential from this Bastion pick goes to waste.
Yeah, it really goes to show. If you aren't able to get in position in the first place with the Bastion, you aren't gonna get much done. And now UwUwatch, look at this, they do get the position, but they play the tank mode, and Izumi Sagiri dropping down. But as I say that, I guess it works out for them, because the distraction is there, but Somi in the meantime getting damage done in behind. He has 94 energy, and he's looking to tear someone apart. Gravity Search is available, but here's the Matrix, and behind it, Kadena is the one that disconnects here. Highly unfortunate, honestly, for Team UwUwatch, because that is just less damage now coming on out, but the bomb is coming, the Amp Matrix is coming, and, you know, Narval is like, there's a bomb beside me, what the fuck? So it allows Memecord a lot more opportunity to react to this.
You're right, yeah, exactly. And it was unfortunate, he was the McCree, if I remember correctly. And this is supposed to be like a big chance for him to take opportunities to position himself correctly, and try and get a pick or two. But man, that DC was so unfortunate.
Yeah, it really is. It just hurts sometimes when things like that happen because you were setting up for a player and in the end it just falls apart at the seams. That's how it really is sometimes. But hey, here in the new Invitationals, these technical issues do happen. And it seems like, our second match for Watch the Pomies and Ubi server, big shout out to them, having to be patient because this Memecord UwUwatch game having all the technical issues, even though it has one of the biggest implications coming into this one. What do you think, Fascinate? I don't think that UwUwatch might be able to take this fight now because they already used their stuff. They see Somi in front of them, tearing everyone apart. And for Memecord, if they stop this push, they get rid of what, 2 ultimates plus the DC. A big hole here for Team UwUwatch right now with only the supercharger in hand.
Yeah, exactly. They need a miracle if they for them to be able to win this team fight. But I don't see anything um going for them. Like um they're not in a very good position also to be able to pull off a comeback here. Izumi is stuck way behind everyone, and as long as they push into this Baptiste ult, that basically means that, or sorry, after they defend against this bomb and push into the window or the Baptiste ult, whatever you want to call it.
That
It's
matrix.
basically amplification matrix.
Amplification
Yeah,
matrix.
there we
Come on,
go.
man, you got this.
Uh, I keep forgetting the names of the skill. I'm washed up, as you can already
Washed up.
imagine. But
Fascinate.
yeah,
Two-time World Cup player, by the way, guys. Two
yeah.
time.
And
Anyway, continue on.
um, this is going to be a very fast snowball. With the positions currently uh for Overwatch.
Yeah, it really is. It's for Watch. They are gonna be having to really rebuild, renew,
Right.
and make sure everything is gonna be fine and dandy. But in the meantime, for Memecord, they can just stay strong and do whatever the hell they want and more. Keep things up along the way. Be as comfortable as possible. And well, all I gotta say though, for Memecord, they are in a good spot after all this is against their front on King's Row. Right now, they are back in the form here of Rialto. And if this continues on, they will have that 2-1 advantage, and it will be really interesting because if UwUwatch wins at map 4, we are actually gonna get our first map 5 on the last day of the regular season. But it's gonna be all making sure everything is fine and dandy. And are we good? Are we good? Are we all good? Are we all great? And it seems like Cadena is back into the fold. It's more of a one-time thing there for UwUwatch, but at one time really hurting them. But let's get back into the action. Let's get back into the game. And it's time to see if UwUwatch can survive. No, the Zarya is there. Here comes the I-Field though into play to try and get the top up on the Kashino and Somi on the board already again. And well, it's time for the bar to do whatever the hell he wants and more. Team Memecord just getting staggers here and now. Charlotte does get rid of Makashi, but with Sweet Fry in behind, having the resurrection in about 2 seconds, it's all gonna be easy tidings here for Memecord to hold up onto the plaza.
Now they have 1 minute, at least 1 minute to push through this first site, and taking to this bastion, that's going to be a very tall task to do. And look at it, Somi, a very aggressive grab here, comboing Akashi, gets a pick onto Bastion, and that basically means another stop at a potential push here for UwUwatch.
And there we go with the concussive shots. Akashi getting rid of Cadena there. Shots right now keeping on coming. Memecord gonna be hanging back though, and Izumi Sagiri with a few Bastion bullets here and there. Recon mode right now. And for Team UwUwatch, I feel that this is too desperate to play that Bastion. They aren't able to get up onto the payload, and they should be something else to actually face off against Double Flyer. In theory, Bastion is hit kind, it should work, but no, it's just so easy to get that shut down. Cadena right now just hanging on back as well. Shattered right now from Narbrawl, and feels like for Team UwUwatch, this is gonna be a gimme to Team Memecord. It's gonna be a pretty special gift right here, right now, on the first or second week of June. I have completely lost track of time, but Charlotte right now onto the wrecking ball. Where is Cadena? Just hanging back still. Narbrawl though with a few hammer swings in here and there. And all I gotta say here for Team UwUwatch UwUwatch right now as we see Charlotte go for the pile driver. Where is the dive? Where is the configuration that we're used to? Now Charlotte is a pretty good ball as well, but usually you want to see Inori, so that one. Rock Raj though from Akashi already making it rain. Charlotte can't even get the mines in time. Resurrection onto Somi, and Memecord right now just needs to get rid of these stragglers here and now. Izumi Sagiri trying to survive. Pulse Bomb now will connect onto the payload only, and that will be doing no damage onto the other side. Winston hopping on around, Tracer quite low, and Akashi and Somi again working in tandem to make sure this is a full hold for Team Memecord.
And just an unfortunate DC was all it took for them to. That DC meant like a huge thing for both teams. It just cut off like the potential momentum they could have created with that bomb, and that boss along with the DC just made it so much harder. Like it made it easier for Memecord to react to it, especially. And it could have been a big bomb if not for that boss.
I really feel though just how the positioning there for Team Memecord was so on point already. It would make a key difference, but now they are up 2-1. UwUwatch in a really perilous strait, and we are going to be going into our fourth map in just a bit, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what has been a pretty solid line of battle has been that support line. And here we go, guys. Let's check that one out. Memecord and UwUwatch, those support players going for the top up as much as possible. And even though they are only up to the 3k margin at average damage, in terms of average healing, look at that. Sweet Fry all the way high, 9.653 average healing. In the meantime, with 7.5 on usually that utility. In the meantime, it likes to rain at 7.5 as well. 2.5 for 2 heavy balls. It's 8.101. So all big healing numbers here for Team Memecord and for Team UwUwatch. But Sweet Fry, it seems like whether he's on the Brig or the Mercy, he's able to get a top up on as much as possible. What do you think though, Fascinate? You know, on that support line, sustain is key. And in terms of eliminations, it's on the high side. Sweet Fry though also pretty big on that one, 16.87. And just that Brig difference is also a big difference for Team Memecord. Having a specialist like that really helping out and trying to flex over in need be. What does having that Brig entail for them coming into potentially any upcoming maps?
Having a player that can play Brig that efficiently means that it's going to be hard to play Echo against them or Ashe with the armor that Brig gives to her teammates. Basically, all damage over time kills will be very much have lesser value with her armor, and with Ashe being able to want to use that dynamite, like spam it over and over to be able to farm her ult, or just get a lot of damage over and pressure the enemy, will have less of an impact with that armor. And especially now that Echo and Ashe is kind of meta, right? Not kinda, they are meta already at this point. Yeah, pretty meta. So it's going to be very hard if you want to play meta against Memecord. It's going to be hard.
I feel like for Memecord, they can actually play the meta in a way too. And they like playing that double flyer though. They like playing that Ashe, so they really have the tenants already to.
They are very flexible with Wakid taking over that DPS role.
It really is, and that addition, as we said, making a key difference to say the least. But hey, we are gonna be looking to get into our fourth map, and overall, for Team Memecord, they are priming themselves for a really good spot here. Fascinates. They get another map under their belts. This will really help out into the long run, and especially on to the side of that map differential. Every single map really counts here for Team Memecord. But on the UwUwatch side, they are going to be trying to survive, force out a map number 5 the first time ever that will happen. And yeah, are we actually getting that map? We've done it again. We've done it again, Fascinates. We let the players choose the maps we get, and apparently we have a great map coming into this one. For Assault, you know, all we can say about Assault is it's a very interesting game mode, to say the least. It has a lot of, you know, questionable aspects in many shapes and forms, but there is one map that goes above and truly beyond that ridge. And well, it's a beautiful map, that's for sure, but it is quite a doozy to play on. Welcome back with map number 4, gonna be Paris. Fascinate. Are we gonna... What kind of match are we gonna see here for map number 4?
It's Paris, so anything can happen.
Yeah, honestly. Anything can happen, everything can go that way, and... UwUwatch. Interesting enough, no substitutions here. They have Jack and Invox on the bench, just riding that one. But there you go, apparently we do get that. Cadena is gonna be hopping on out for Invox. Fascinate also. You lucky son of a gun. But they'll be bringing in the action here and now. No worries right there. And it's time to just enjoy the map that we are going to be getting. You know, on Assault, we usually expect something good as Volskaya, some decent ones as Hanamura, maybe Anubis. But you know, HLC in Paris, it's a big question mark there. And the wildcard factor here for Team UwUwatch, honestly, a big wildcard factor. Because it feels like they know exactly what they want to do on a map like this. Memes aside, they are very prepared for an engagement on this map. And hey, let's get our baguettes on and let's get into the game. UwUwatch on the defense, Memecord on the attack, and we are back into Paris yet again. Map 4 out of 4 decided right here, right now. And Memecord looking for match points on the greatest map of them all. UwUwatch in the meantime looking for a draw, looking for a win rather to force out a tiebreaker. And well, it's finally time to see what Invox has in store for us, because he's going to get subbed on in for Cadena. Izumi Sagiri, though, still staying on that DPS role. Very interesting decisions here for Team UwUwatch. But we'll see how this is all going to pan out. And again, no Wrecking Ball here for no Reisu. Goes on to Eureka this time. Memecord in the meantime playing that dive. And we will see how this is going to be panning on out into this one. We still have another match after this one, guys. So stay tuned and stick around. We might be here for a very long haul on this map and beyond. We'll find out. Look at that. Mace Spray, though. She's a king right there. And go bring in a concert. Just grab a seat and enjoy what Paris has to offer. It's a beautiful show. It's a beautiful map. But in terms of layout, there's a lot of question marks, to say the least. You get that funnel, you get choked down, you get taken down. And really interesting here for UwUwatch, still no Wrecking Ball. They play the Ryan Zarya, they play the Ashe. And on a map like this is where you expect that Bastion instead. But look at playing the Junk Path, want to play a little more ground composition. Double hit scan means that Fora will not survive whatsoever. And UwUwatch using those sight lines to make sure they have the angle on. So a good start there for Team UwUwatch. Akashi will look to the side to go onto the Genji instead. And will Sweet Fry go for the swap as well. Walking onto the Echo, and here comes the break at the same time. Now the Echo can go for the fight against the McCree and the Ashe, but it is going to be a little perilous to say the least. Sweet Fry going to be helping on that with the Brigitte. And Team Memecord right now going to be going for the push. Charlotte though up on top. Here comes the Biotic Guard being bounced around. Tease on down there is in position. Dynamite can get tossed on over. And Team UwUwatch right here, right now, holding the line with their bulkier composition. Sweet Fry though, really interesting push here from the side of Team Memecord. I expect them to actually allow the Brig, allow the Genji and the Ana to get in position before they go for the dive, and Sweet Fry just hammering away like that way, the mace to the face from the low ground. Looks a little questionable to say the least. So Memecord having a lot of questions coming into this map. And right here, right now, we do have the Nano Boost available here for Emma. He can go for the toss anytime, anywhere, and make sure that everything is going to be fine and dandy. Into the forefront, Akashi, though only 20% on the blade, has got nothing of value so far. But we'll see right here, right now, if everything is gonna pan out in that way. Flashbang not gonna connect. Deadeye is available. Here comes the Tazon down again. Here comes Inorius also with the charge. And Inbox and Inoa on the board there. Deadeye right now being prime. Izumi Sagiri gets the lock on. And Narbrawl will go down in one fell swoop. Emma trying to get on away. Memecord right here, right now, struggling to find any footing on Paris. And you can really see just the experience here for UwUwatch on this map. A sleeper pick when put on the ropes. And it is working out really well for them. Ooh la la. Un Paris. J'habite à Paris in France. And well, Team UwUwatch right now playing as many angles as possible. Look at Inbox and Izumi Sagiri trying to go for a little bit of a crossfire. Their police station though gonna be looking for all these lives to matter. As right here, right now, Coalesce is in the hands of Super Happy Ball. Akashi going down again. And Akashi really have a terrible game here on Paris. He started things out with a very late Genji. And after a minute and a half, he only has 44% on that blade. Memecord, by this point in time, should only have one real chance at this if they are going to be taking their sweet time to get these ultimates. Their win condition is Akashi in that blade. Their win condition relies on the execution from Team Memecord getting a position, but they have gotten nothing done at all. For UwUwatch though, everything is looking bright and shiny, all the positivity abound. And right here, right now, double hit scan proving to be king and looking to get these angles here and now. Deadeye though is available. UwUwatch gonna be backing on out. And there we go with the shatter, looking for the connection. Sleepback though in response. Narbra that though with the shatter as well. And Charlotte will actually go down. Push though coming to a shove. Electric right now with the resurrection. Here we go with a few hammer swings here and there. And Izumi Sagiri with the Deadeye on point. Akashi again, no blade whatsoever. And Memecord has to retreat. They can't go for this right now. They really have to rely on that Akashi to show up. But apparently it's Wookin instead being the hero. Gets rid of Inbox. And honestly, sound barrier here from Speed Fry. And Memecord is going for it. They don't care anymore. Tactical advantage in favor of Team UwUwatch. But if there's a position, it's Wookin making things happen. Gravity Surge gonna be into play. What a clutch from Memecord. And apparently, don't doubt Memecord, because they are gonna be looking to trust one another to get things done. Wookin and the Zarya form there, making a key difference. Sandbar from Sleepfire to keep everyone alive, and Memecord was like, this is so winnable, we can actually make things happen. And now they have the Graviton and the Nano Blade to go for the snowball onto the second point. Haters gonna hate, and doubters gonna doubt. It seems like Memecord showing us that they are in full form even on a map they're unfamiliar with. They get the first point at the last moment, and as we said before, they have really all the utility that they need to try and get this win. But I do like for Team UwUwatch to play that double hit scan, but right now they're so concentrated, and if somebody realizes this, they can go for the Graviton Surge there. They do catch out the Reinhardt in position. Akashi in the meantime going with the blades, and the Nano Boosted blade there doing the damage that needs to be done. Team Memecord right now on point in position, and that is gonna be a team kill there. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Memecord gonna be looking to stall a lot against the upcoming UwUwatch defense. But Inoriusu back on the ball does get rid of Akashi. And surprise, surprise, 99.5% Memecord has to be feeling all the pain in the world that they could not finish this map after the staggers there, after the team wipe, and just a Bob as well as the Wrecking Ball in position. You know, proactivity sometimes is absolutely key, ladies and gentlemen. And that was just a scenario there. If only someone got in the way of the Bob, if only they found a way to put a stop to it, if only they had a way to CC that one, they could have gotten that point. But they don't play the... What do you say? That is just going to be a replay of the action that unfolded. And you know, kudos so far though to Team UwUwatch. What a defense coming into that one. But anyway, by this point in time, we'll see how this is all going to be panning on out. As the Tracer of Inbox going for a few shots here and there. Izumi Zagiri though in the meantime gonna be looking for a few quad shots, as well as Charlotte gets a beautiful Graviton Surge. And Team Memecord is just hurting on the inside. They see that progress, they see that timer, and they knew they had it in the bag. If only it just got any closer.
60 seconds remaining.
Anyway though, we'll see how this is all gonna be panning out. So it's on to the right hand side. Akashi looking to get in position for UwUwatch though. And no Risu right now. Gonna have the mines in hand. We'll see right here, right now, if everything is gonna fall into play. Bucket though flying on around. Here comes Narbo with a push on forward. And well, for Team UwUwatch, they have this aggressive dive into play. Mines right now. Gonna be the next angle. And finally, UwUwatch actually playing the bread and butter. Sapphire though from C5 made a difference early on. 2-for-1 trade so far. And for Memecord, all they need to get is this one tick and they will make a key difference. Charlotte right now pinned by Narbo. Nanda boosted up, but Invox clipping down Emin. Akashi though, gonna get rid of Elixir Rain, but he dashes into the mine instead. Memecord right now not gonna have too much damage. Only the Ryan and Zarya. And can they get rid of Ilorisu? It's not gonna happen anytime soon. The shield play is there. The Coalesce is in the hands of two Happy Ball. He gets shattered down by Narbro. But overall, this is just exactly what UwUwatch needs to do to stall. Beautiful Fire Strike, not gonna be enough. Though does he have the flight to get in position? And he has to go for the duplicate and decides to go on the Winston instead. Now the D.Va can be a good one with the bomb, but the Winston is really good with the Proud Rage stall as well. But he needs to survive. Hold on, Akashi to get the Hero Blade. Now we'll see if the Focus Fire is gonna change. But Woken already taking care of one. Charlotte tasing down Akashi. Not the best target there from the Genji. And in the meantime, it's Free Fry gonna be looking to survive, looking to sacrifice his life for Woken to come on back. He's gonna be getting another one there with the Echo, but Invox with the bullets yet again. Can Somi make it in position? Not gonna happen. And that is just the difference of 0.5%. A hold here from UwUwatch, and they are gonna be looking to finish up the map to try and force out a map number 5.
2-1. Switching sides.
We said this match was gonna be big. We said this match was gonna be important, and it seems like it really is going to be that. UwUwatch right now in position to get a fourth map victory and even force out a map number 5. It'll be the first time in the history of the New Wave Invitationals regular season, and it might just be one of the potentially 2 times it happens, because we are winding on down. This is the last day of the regular season. Thank you guys for coming in with us and enjoying our time here in the NWI, but it seems like we're Paris right here right now. Team UwUwatch looking to get as much things done. Memecord though, not really struggling on this defense, but as I say that, it seems like they understand they should be playing that builder, and that is going to be Rocket right now playing the Torbjorn in behind. I'm still very curious though why we do not have any of those Bastion picks, especially on a map like this, but I do understand in terms of the meta, it is very, very difficult to play that Bastion. Shields are quite low, and even though the top up is good with self-repair, it really takes something special to begin with. UwUwatch right now looking to make a special victory come online. Paris has been an interesting time to say the least, and we'll see if that is going to be the reality coming into this one. Torbjorn still for Bucket, as we said, setting up the turrets on the right hand side. But Inorisu right here, right now, rolling around. Charlotte in the meantime can go for the lead. Inbox Izumi Sagiri though, on the double hit scan, and here comes the push into the middle. Pincer attack there from Inorisu as well as Charlotte. Bucket though taking care of one already. That's gonna be the Winston going down at the same time. And right here, right now, let's see how this is all gonna be panning on now. High ground taken by Inorisu. He's making sure that he can survive, but apparently he's gonna get sleep darted in the middle of everyone else, and Emon gonna get that kill instead. Easy pickoffs there from Emon. Playing, you know, this is just when you just play that Ana and you see a hero like the Wrecking Ball, it really is just an easy time to get picks here and there. For now though, let's see how Inbox as well as Izumi Sagiri is gonna play things out. On the attack, the double hit scan crossfire is a lot more difficult, and Norisu is trying to force a response on that. Inbox already getting rid of the turret, and against the Torbjorn though, the double hit scan does have the range advantage. We'll see though the Sigma of Somi putting up that shield, trying to get in the face of adversity, making sure that those mid-range heroes are not gonna be able to get much done. In the meantime though, Inorisu with the ball driver on Torbjorn turret, not really doing anything. It's a little off the mark in terms of that line of sight, and UwUwatch right now just running on out. They are able to get in position onto the second point, and well, that was a pretty clean push there. All I can say for Team UwUwatch, they executed really well, and Norisu trying to force out the response. If Emon does not hit the sleep dart, it makes a big difference. It really is such a tough task for Diana. Everything rests on that, and hey, you know, that's just how it is sometimes for Memecord though. They are going to be looking for a little bit more, but with 5 minutes to defend, this is such difficult straight to begin with. Anyway, those shots keeping on coming already, and there we have Narborough right now in position one more time. Paz, however, though, looking for the connection, and here comes Team UwUwatch to execute already. Somi quite low, will get DMAC by the Coalescence. Elixir keeping the beam on going. Up on top though, Charlotte right now getting the zone on, and it's time for the Primal Rage. First, they're gonna get taken, but Charlotte is just decimating in the back line. Here comes Team UwUwatch, and I think we have made history here, ladies and gentlemen. We will go to a tiebreaker map.
Victory.
First time in the history of history. First time it is happening in the New Wave Invitationals. And we are gonna get a map number 5, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe it's finally happened. I can't believe we are here. And Akashi with Play of Game is one big blade there, but you really see, if you struggle to get that Dragon Blade, you will be a highlight reel, and that's only. Kudos though to Team UwUwatch, pocket play, pocket map, showing up to give them that round. And ladies and gentlemen, as the French say, c'est la vie, such is life. And we are gonna go into map number 5. I can't believe it's finally happening. I can't believe we are here. And you know, for these situations, I do have something in store for you all. But Memecord right now, gonna be getting a control map pick again. Map numero 5 actually happening right here, right now. And I can't believe we've done this. I can't believe it's happened. All I gotta say is though, absolute kudos to all our players so far, forcing that one out 2-2. Absolutely unbelievable stuff bro from Team UwUwatch. And you know, we don't got stats to share, but I do have to share to you that we will be coming into one more matchup after this one. So yeah, What's Up Homies and Uber server, and they've been waiting for quite a while already. I feel like they've been waiting for around an hour all throughout, or 45 minutes actually. All I gotta say though, that's, you know, absolute kudos them to say the least. And it seems like our 5th map is already in order. Oasis will be that pick. And well, let's look into that one. Quick little recap though of our results. And you know guys, contingencies are important. And in terms of contingency, here we go with our 5 map screen. Lijiang Tower, Kings Row, Rialto, and Paris. Well, different tales to say the least. UwUwatch with a comeback there on Lijiang Tower. Kings Road though, Memecord eking that one out. Rialto in the meantime, a clean sweep from Memecord. And on Paris, UwUwatch showing a different kind of flavor. But on to Oasis we go. Gonna be very, very different coming into this one. Another pick that Memecord likes to play, but at the same time, just how the open area works, I feel like for UwUwatch, they might have a little bit of an advantage in terms of that comfort pick dive composition. It really makes a key difference from time to time, and this is going to be the tiebreaker map out of everything. Now, in terms of the stats, this doesn't count in a way. It is very, very different in terms of our stat pool, but this will allow them to get that match victory, which will make a very, very big difference in the future in terms of that seeding. But now it is time to go for map number 5. Congrats guys to making a map 5 happen. And we are now moving into Oasis to just figure out how everything is gonna be unfolding. Mr. Fascinate, welcome back. And welcome to a 5th map. We are finally
yes,
doing it.
I am surprised. I am. Oh my god, this is the first time, and I thought it wouldn't happen, but it did. And oh my god, I called it this. These two teams are so equal. Oh my god. It just goes to show, like, it all boils down to their team play and how they are feeling right now. Besides the internet thing.
Yeah, it really is. And I feel like their issues are all a-okay. And you know, Mr. Fascinates, what do you think? Memecord picking up Oasis, you know, it's a pretty strong dive map, but UwUwatch actually not actually going for it, and Ryan Zarya's coming in to guard this.
Yeah, exactly. And dive comp may be strong here, but I think the more superior composition here is the Reinhardt plus a Zarya or Diva, in my opinion. Or maybe I'm just biased because I like Reinhardt. What do you think, Mr. Daks?
You know, all I gotta say about about the Reinhardt, really is just all about the brawl. And well, you know, I can really say that for Team Memecord, they are going to be looking to get in position with that double flyer composition again. And we talked about how dive is good here for UwUwatch, but there, against if you look at Memecord, they love playing that double flyer, similar to people like the Bomb Nagi squad. And on Oasis, they have really clear sight lines to just go wherever the hell they want and more.
Indeed, and now here Memecord setting up on this high ground, being able to contest this one. But looking to drop onto them, but never mind. Here we go for the dive, trying to catch people off guard. People were trying to contest the high ground over and over, but here we go.
You know, guys, just a quick little heads up after, well, actually, let's get this fight going there first. Akashi and Charlotte do get some blows, Bucket in the meantime, but Focus Beam realizes there's no real target for it, cancels that one out. And a shadow there from Marbrawl, but Inori's with the block, and he gets 2 in response. Team UwUwatch right now, looking to hold the line, looking to make sure everything is going to be fine. And Dandy, here comes Charlotte coming on back in position. Beam is going to be into play. Akashi though trying to survive, and Team UwUwatch gets the first capture because they have a better ground game. They are able to get more people onto the points, and even staggering out that far. But back to my point real quick, you know, that Paris map, you know, I hate the map, but that was a really pretty good game there. And, you know, making this 5th map happen is an absolute dream on the last day of the regular season.
Indeed, and yeah, but on that last fight, I think Memecord just went too hastily on that trigger. They dropped on too early and not catching anyone actually, and that just gave UwUwatch just a better position. Now here we go.
Oh my god, that's huge.
Turn into false bomb combination here. Charlotte and Invox. What a play here for UwUwatch.
You know, I have a pet peeve real quick, guys. If you're commentating and doing spec at the same time, and it really grinds my gears when a Tracer decides to recall as soon as it goes for Pulse Bomb, because immediately you are out of the field of view of it, and it's like, why do you do this to me? Why do you hurt me so? But anyway, we are going to be continuing on right here, right now. Team UwUwatch. A few right clicks here and there, and up on top already. Kashi. Rod's gonna be available, looking to make sure everything is gonna be fine, and Dandy into this one, and well, for Team Memecord, this is gonna be explosive starts if they can actually get things done. Looking for drop down though, looking to make the in position and make sure everything is gonna be a-okay there. Here comes the rock crush now with the nano boost, and that is gonna be 4 kills on the board. Team Memecord just destroying the opposition there with a pretty simple combo, and Inbox taking a tip, goes for the reset, and Orisu gonna get staggered there after getting rid of Narbrawl, but finally Memecord back on the point.
Good job on taking the high ground away from them. Noticing that they're sticking on the low ground, they rotated onto this small pathway here at the back and decided to just contest high ground. And UwUwatch couldn't do anything at that point when they had a high ground.
It really is. As soon as Memecord is able to take the high ground away from the opposition, it's so hard to get the shots on to Akashi. Walking though onto McCree, and oh my god, Izumi Sagiri gets a little bit of the sneaky peek right there. And you know, in similar games when you go for peek, you will get punished just like that. Direct hit connecting, and so in the meantime, just looking to dominate again. Him on the Zarya is just so potent. And you know, for Memecord, it's really interesting. Walking so flexible to play that off tank if need be. So in the meantime, a support main right there, the highest one in terms of SR for his team. But for Memecord, they are cogs in the machine, and this machine has found its footing, especially on the regular season.
Now, next fight, we have Somi with his grab up, and this, depending on how he uses it, this is going to be a very deadly ulti coming here. They need to... UwUwatch must be prepared for this one, otherwise. Unless Akashi gets a pick already. And here we go.
And he finds the Mercy on the corner of that hookah. And Inbox in the meantime, looking to make sure everything is going to be fine. And Dandy with a pick up onto Walket. But Charlotte on the board already. Team UwUwatch with beams on. Evan even catching out Izumi Sagiri. And then Nano Boost is available here. But here comes the Rocket Barrage. Akashi getting topped up by 2 supports. Enough to get rid of 2 more. Inbox right now all alone. And a stagger on the Tracer going to be pretty devastating here for Team UwUwatch.
Inbox is trying to contest this because this is the last fight. They need to be able to another kill here. This is going to be very disastrous for UwUwatch if they can't set up. Inbox is sorry, Inora is surviving here, but here you go, it gets shattered, and a huge grab here, but no follow up unfortunately.
So much, so
And
good to hear.
Aris is still alive for this contest.
Of course, Aris is alive. He's a survivor. He is born to stay on. And with 13 HP, he gets the shields back. But Narbral does get 2. And Team Memecord saying, we want this match. We want this victory. And they are just 1 round away from securing this match points.
Score.
A very, very intense fight here, but a very superior, commending lead and team fights for Memecord. They just know how to play that map really well, and that spelled disaster for UwUwatch. And they need to be aware of taking better positions, especially if you have the point already.
And you know, all I gotta say there between Memecord and UwUwatch is been a very, very surprising set, but in terms of the score, I wouldn't have it any other way. We've said that these two teams have progressed in the way. Memecord coming back to the expectations we expected from them. UwUwatch has shown the biggest growth in the New Wave Invitationals, and seeing these two teams as close as can be makes such a big difference. Really goes to show the level of competition here in the New Wave Invitationals, especially on the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th seeds right there in the middle of the pack, looking to really find that position, jockeying against one another. And here comes Memecord right now, looking for the prancing horse, decides to go into the front line, but Inbox right now with a punish, Soldier 76, double hit scan again here for Team UwUwatch, expecting a flyer, but on University it's a little difficult to play that Echo in the Pharah because of the tight nature, and Memecord saying, hey, we are gonna play your own kind of game, we are playing the Brig, we are playing the Reaper and the McCree, and we are tearing everyone apart with Memecord with the first capture. So all the stuff there from Team Memecord. They are able to get that push on. And this Reaper McCree, a lot of punish in CQC. Brigitte and Reinhardt, anything that comes through the funnel is just so very dead.
But in Izumi Sagiri really fast on his ult charge. Look at it, 80% already.
Yeah, box shots there from the McCree, lone survivor, and we'll see that that is going to be enough. And M1 gonna get caught, and if the Ana doesn't react in time, he's just gonna get caught out in the open like that. And this hurts Memecord because they need to sustain there from the Ana. But as I say that, apparently it's Narval and Somi getting on the board. Now desperate endeavor from Somi, dueling gets Charlotte with bubbles. Biotic are being bounced around again. Inbox now staying on the left hand side. Rocket though with a few shots here and there. Death Blossom is available, and here comes the chase into the takedown. Memecord again with another shutdown. And all I gotta say is, I'm just happy that, hopefully I'm not jinxing it, we are had no issues on that 4th and this 5th map, because it really goes to show the level of competition coming into this game.
Walked played that really smart and waited for that flank on the backside and was able to pick off the McCree who has his ult. Now, Somi grabbing here in this corner. What a combo here. Rocket getting a lot of value over that Beyblade. Now just clean up crew for the side of Memecord.
Absolutely, and Rocket is just destroying everyone here. Early on, they said in the mid-match interview, they were just talking all about it. They are going for counters here and there, making sure that they had an answer for Team UwUwatch. And for UwUwatch, we are not seeing the bread and butter here too much into the set. They are trying the Ryan Zari out yet again. They're playing the Orisa earlier on, and sure, it was a pretty good show. But in the end, when you play away from your identity, it might just cost you a match here. For UwUwatch right now, they're going to be on to the high ground. Of course, in University, it's very difficult to go for a Spinaruni with that Wrecking Ball. But overall, though, here comes Starber right now with the pin into the Shatter. You know, this guy has been playing Overwatch for quite a while already, and he's looking to make a bark. Let's go, music, and let's go to Reinhardt. He's just tearing everyone apart. Let's free fight with that last kill. Memecord will take this match 3-2 in such exciting affair. We have done it, ladies and gentlemen. We have gone to a tiebreaker, and Memecord is secured, I believe, a 3rd sleet slot.
What a dominating display of team fighting here, and just wow, look at that combination. They exactly know what to do, saving that bubble for Rocket, and just amazing overall. And it was really fun to see one tiebreaker map, and like we over the like 10 weeks.
Yes,
After
sir.
10 weeks, yeah, after 10 weeks, we see a very, this is the, I think this matchup is like the most equal out of all, like to the point that we were able to get to map 5, but Memecord just not having it, they wanted to secure it, they wanted to win, and they won in a very dominating fashion. Kudos to Memecord, and good job as well to UwUwatch. They definitely displayed a lot of skill, and unfortunately, with all the DCs, they kind of lost some opportunities, especially on Rialto. But it is what it is. Memecord taking the W here on the last point, Oasis.
And big shout outs to Overwatch for doing so well. But unfortunately, Memecord showing that hey, you took a control map away from us, we'll take a control map away from you. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. 5 maps actually coming in this one. Lijiang Tower, Kings Row, Rialto, Paris, Oasis all played with Lijiang Tower and Paris going in favor of Overwatch there with 2-1 victories actually. Kings Row though 3-2 for Memecord. Rialto a 3-0 affair. Overwatch with a very unfortunate disconnect there. And Oasis won out by Memecord 2-0. What could have been, what should have been, but in the end, Memecord showing that they are absolutely clutch into that tiebreaker map. And we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned, stick around. A post-game interview with a member of the winning team there from Team Memecord. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we got 2 special someones coming into this one from Team Memecord. You got our Captain Narbrawl, and apparently the bench warmer himself, Calamity, is gonna be in here. So how are you guys doing tonight?
Wait, wait lang.
Why are you guys laughing so badly? Just because I said how it was. But hey, first things first. Let's get some questions going. Narbrawl, Mr. Harris. All I gotta say is amazing improvement here from Team Memecord. They have done your jobs and more. They have moved on up in the world, and overall, big kudos to you guys. You guys, I believe you have secured that third seed and might even be able to compete for that second seed actually if Wash the Pomies loses the match upcoming. And hey, back up on top. How do you guys feel after all of that?
Sobrang intense, sir. Kinakabahan na kami unti nung fifth map. Pero ano naman, mag-regain naman yung composure. Sobrang lakas kasi nung
Yeah, and hey, you guys is so solid, and surprising maps there from Team UwUwatch, especially Paris. How do you guys feel actually seeing play in that map?
Hindi namin, never kami nag-scrims dun sa map na yun. So, we went in, yung ano na lang yung trinay namin. Nung una, sinubukan namin na, mag-dive. Tapos, hindi namin mapagana. So, nag-ganan lang kami yung comfort pick ng Ryan Zarya, yung death ball. Tapos, yun, muntikan pa namin makapture yung second point. Kaso, mas maganda yung palig ng UwUwatch.
That's true. 0.5, so very close. And hey, you guys were struggling at the very start of the season. Now you are back into form, and I think you pretty much swept all your matches after that one. So, absolute kudos to you guys. All I gotta say though is, what's really changed? How did you guys figure things out?
Nakakuha kami ng coaching from Mr. Billy. So, parang na-inspire na kami maglaro ng maayos. So, noong una kasi parang sali lang kami wala lang, para may magawa lang this quarantine. Tapos, after nung first 2 losses namin sa Waminagi, tsaka Basha Promise, parang wake up call na we need to do better. Parang kasi sumali sila na to do better. Tapos yun, na-inspire din kami.
I'm glad you guys picked it up, and hey, this little bit of help really going the long way. Now, I do have a question for you, for both of you. Let's start though with Mr. Calamitous. How does it feel to ride the bench and watch your team do better?
Sir, very sad. I want to play, bro. What do you mean?
I know, right? And it's funny that you got dragged along to this interview. So, Mr. Aris, are we actually gonna get Calamitous into those matches? What is it? Does he not fit the roster, or is it really just a few issues for him? Especially like, he's having issues. Let's just ban him outright.
Si Calamitous mismo yung nagsasabi na di siya makakalaro.
Sobrang lag talaga.
Kung may chance naman na magamit namin siya, why not? I mean, siya yung star player ni Memecord.
Wow, even though he's right in the bench, he's still the star player, and that's pretty commendable to say the least. But you guys actually made history, made that map number 5 happen. And how did it feel? Going to map number 5, going to Oasis. What was the game plan? Did you just really play to your strengths, picking Oasis, or you're just like, let's pick a map, whatever?
I think that's comfort pick din namin yung Oasis next to Lee. Sad to say na natalo kami sa Lijiang kanina. Dahil may technical issues si Wak. Pero yun, binawi naman namin sa Oasis na praktisado din kami.
Praktisado, and you guys did absolutely amazing. And hey, right now third place can go for second if it actually happens that way into the next match. And how does it feel coming back into form? Anything you guys wanna commend about yourselves, not just the coaching, but where did it actually click there for Team Memecord?
I think hindi naman, parang sa mentality na din namin, parang never kami nawalan ng loob na maglaro ng Overwatch kahit parang washed up na kami dito. Kasi never na talaga namin nilaro in a competitive way. Parang, ayun, nakaka-inspire lang na yung team ko parang nag-enjoy pa rin sila maglaro kahit pa paano. Especially, Somi and Wak.
Yeah, those guys are really active, and hey, you finally did it. You are back up on top in terms of the pyramid, and it was a really long road, and winning 3-2 has to be the best way to go about it. And I can't wait to see Mr. Calamitous into the playoffs. I can't wait to see him actually play the game. Hopefully, and then he'll say I still can't play, and it'll make a big difference. But just a quick little question, maybe tease any comps you might want to be running with Calamitous in for your roster, and because that'll be a big difference with Calamitous in. That puts Bucket back onto off deck, I believe, and it'll be interesting who will be paired with Calamitous there, and who will be actually paired with Somi on the support, or maybe even Somi not playing. It'll be a lot of implications for your roster, but any ideas coming into the future here for Team Memecord?
if ever naman na makalaro si Calamity, sayang lang namin siya kung ano yung he can pop off on his own naman. And
Okay.
tapos kaming buo sa main court, we'll stick to our comfort picks or kung ano man yung na-practice.
And there's a little bit of something. And one more thing before we move on to that shoutouts. There's something you guys want to show you here. For Team Memecord, they actually have this cute little artist roster thing. So what's this all about, guys? It's a persona.
Ano lang, na-addict lang kami maglaro ni Libet ng Persona. Na-inspire kami magpagawa ng icon na shoutout
Shout out to Ira.
siya yung gumawa ng mga profile pictures.
That's really cool, you guys. Take your heart and take those wins. Big aesthetic right there. Hey, it reminds me of a profile picture I use actually right now. And, shoutouts to I right there for giving some art, giving some love to one of our New Wave Invitational teams. I know there's another team later on I will be able to showcase after all of that, but absolute kudos. Beautiful artwork right there. And hey, Mr. Narbral and Mr. Calamitous, before you head on out, any shoutouts you want to give onto the stream before we move on to our second match?
Unang-una, salamat tsaka sorry sa UwUwatch kasi yung kaninang technical issues. Sana hindi masyado sayang sa oras. Nakaka-batter din na yung technical issues kami kanina.
That's true. And waiting in fact that long kind of hurts. But ikaw, Calamitous, anything you wanna say on stream that won't get us banned, sir?
Shout out sa PLDT, sir.
Okay. Shout out to PLDT.
Family mo na.
That's all you gotta say sometimes. But thank you guys for coming on over, and see you guys at the playoffs. Good luck with that one. Third slot secured, maybe even potential second, but we do need to move on. So thank you for that time. Feel free to hop on out, as we are now gonna just wrap things up along the way. Mr. Fascinate, any thoughts again though? 5-map affair. Just look at that one last time. Lijiang Tower, Kings Row, Rialto, Paris, Oasis, 2 going in favor of UwUwatch, 3 going for Memecord. And any final thoughts to close things out?
None. I don't think I have any more thoughts, but yeah, congratulations to Memecord and good job. It's not yet over. UwUwatch playoffs is almost along the corner, and I believe if you really want to that's where you want to do your revenge, right? On playoffs, because those are the games that really matters.
Yeah, and hey, surprisingly fun on Paris, and all about there on Oasis Memecord doing all they can. And here we go, guys. We updated the standings real quick is after confirmation there from the stats. And there you go with our update from the 2 defaults there from Overbex, putting them in 8th slot because they have the least maps played. You can check that out on the rules set. It's tied up for Overline in terms of map score, so Overline actually taking that 7th slot away from them. UwUwatch though in 6th right now, looking to potentially get that 5th place from Team UwUwatch if they can go for the map differential. And Anytime Kicks boosted up to 4-3 there in 4th. Memecord right now at 5-2. And making a break it here for Washed Up the Homies. They are... And they'd be looking to secure the 2nd slot because Wamanagi 2.0 untouchable right there on that 1st seed. And, Mr. Fascinate, any predictions coming into this match between Wash the Homies and UwUwatch? Anything to take note? Because, UwUwatch is coming in from a high after a really good performance against Wamanagi, but Wash the Homies has been on the bench for quite a while and looking to just round things up in dominant fashion.
I believe these two teams are also you can kind of say equal, so you might hopefully we can see another 5 maps here, but depending on the performance of Washapumi since it's been a while since we've seen them play, it'll probably come to how did they use that long time to prepare for this for tonight's matches.
Yeah, it really is. I feel like for Washington Wings, they want to secure that second seed, and they just want to make sure that they are in the spot they truly belong in. But that is gonna be it for us here for this first match. And ladies and gentlemen, we got that 5-map affair going then the way of Team Memecord 3-2. And here from the Invitationals, we still got one more match coming our way. We got Ubi Server and Watch the Homies facing off. And you're gonna see a quick little difference there for Watch the Homies immediately as soon as we swap these overlays out. But we will be right back. Stay tuned, stick around. This is the New Wave Invitationals.